The daily grind got you living in the grey? Well, stop weeping into your tankard and throw a coin on the bar for Captain Seafloor, and he'll spin some lore for you. They call themselves Cornelico, and they were a collective of the bravest, baddest, shortest idiots that's ever come around these parts. They traveled all across Aventide and ended up sailing straight into doom itself. A place of nothing but death and terror. I know, because I've been there myself, but I can tell you it ain't no picnic. Their journey began some time before with a mysterious invite from a stranger that took them into the Darthwood, the forest of the dead. That's where they came upon a most unsavory figure by the name of Daye, the spitting image of one of the 7 adventurers. Turns out, Daye and their friend were merely fragments of a powerful god king, Eleazar the Deathless. One of 10 fragments, to be exact. This god king Eleazar shattered himself along the world thousands of years ago, leaving his fragments scattered throughout the world. And shattered he lay for 1,000 years. But to hide a power like Eleazar's forever? No, that would be impossible. Now, the oracles of Aventide have envisioned his return, and whispers of his ending slumber echo through the halls of fate. Unless they could collect the fragments and bring them together, who knows what destruction a shattered god could want. Well, Cornelico, you remember them, set off to make Eleazar whole again. They faced monstrous clackers and hordes of undead. They felt monsters taller than an inn. And some of them even got lucky. At the gambling tables, you pervert. And now, fate leads them into the mouth of the sea and off the very edge of the known world, straight into the belly of the Crimson Madness. That's right. Dead men sometimes tell tales. Now buy me another round.
Now you fucked up.
You were
Hello, everyone.
now.
Welcome to MinusOneCHarisma, a Dungeons and Dragons channel. We're here on this beautiful Monday, apparently fucking up, but
Now you're
having
fucking up.
fun.
The Mondays are for, really.
While doing it. We got the yeah, it's quoting the eternal whitest kids you know.
Oh,
Classics. You
I
know.
know, that's so sad.
Yeah, that was sad.
Way to bring us down, James. Jeez.
sex robot, sex robot.
Oh God.
Anywho, we got a lot of D&D coming at you today. So like, what you say we just get into it?
What you say?
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
All right.
It's on the rulo.
That noise.
Me, sorry.
That was loud.
Let's see.
All right, hit us.
Your hearts race in your chests. You blink away rain and seawater. The deck of your ship, Kelwise, scattered with scorch marks as the sound of that tainted stormling's cry rings in your ears, followed always by the crackling of angry lightning. Dizzy on your feet, clinging to the rails, the soft creak of the boat, now a stark contrast from its wails just moments before as you all plunged down to that swirling maelstrom that seemingly bore straight into the heart of the ocean. Rezik, Steve. A dark cloud hangs in the backs of your mind. A chill up your spine. An intrusive thought. The crimson madness. Waiting just beneath the skin. And that faint sound of an octopus man, Dick Whalelander, howling with laughter as his ship, shrouded in this manic delirium, creeping closer and closer over the past few days. Kind of like the crimson madness is now creeping closer and closer. Stopped only by the archivist when he managed to pull forth this immense fortress of ice and block off his path from following you. The archivist, named Theodore, of the elven city of Morgana. He has this troubled, deeply disturbed look on his face, as if he can't figure something out, a deep-seated worry. You've never really seen him like this, and you look around and the seas around your boat, a bright teal blue. Not the dark ocean you're used to, but this very bright, vivid color. And the sun, it shines warmly overhead, calmly. And there's almost like this insulting peace after what you've just been through. As this very strong current seems to flow away from that maelstrom that you had just gone into, pushing you from that hole into this new land. And you all kind of blink a few times and look to each other. And that is where we start. You guys are on the deck.
Everyone in one piece?
Wild. For the most part. Yes. Slug, still deaf, but everyone alive.
How does the ship look? It's
Just
The
torch.
ship is banged
not
up.
damaged.
Nothing too damaged. Someone broke the railing. It was weird. Like last Monday, this giant finger came out of the sky and broke the boat. Other than that, the boat itself seems intact, just not as pretty as it was before.
So we just went through like a sinkhole and came out the other side. Is that what like?
Like Pirates of the
Yes.
Caribbean when they like woof and then flip
Okay.
and they're like on the other side of the world or whatever.
Okay.
It was
Just
like
want to
exactly
make
like
sure.
that.
Because every time I'm not here, you guys get in fucking crazy trouble. I'm just trying to. catch
We're
up.
always in trouble, whether
No.
you're here or not.
Just varies in degree.
true.
Yeah.
And from my experience, whether we're in trouble or not, you still don't do much.
Well, I'm not
From
sure.
my personal experience.
Dang, trust.
Is that trust or day?
I'm not gonna start throwing low blows around.
Both.
Stay out of this one. This is too much. We're going too fast, too soon.
Are we playing a game
okay.
or are we really insulting each other? I can't tell it. I can't take it anymore, guys.
All right, so we fell and then our ship
He's
flipped.
never
And now
played
we're
all
like
night!
on a peaceful. We're on a calm water. Everything's fine. There's no storm.
And then
anymore.
there's islands around us, like multiple islands, or
Yeah, I look
Or
around.
yeah.
What's
land.
around us?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of look, you check yourselves for holes. You find there aren't any more than there
know.
should be.
It's not a whole lot of holes.
Oh.
I found two.
Don't
That's
forget
normal.
your eye.
Oh.
Ooh,
You look over
this is
the
normal.
deck at this really bright colored area. You see this lush greenery engulfing hundreds of these small little islands. Surrounded by these brightly colored reefs, you can see these reefs just shimmering with all different colors as your boat kind of sails in these very shallow banks. Some of these islands have massive cliffs and peaks that rise all the way into these like swirling cloud structures, and some of them very, very short, but all of them just full of greens and trees and bushes. Some of them have these lush, long, sandy beaches that look soft. And some of them have these boulders, small, but boulders that almost float with the clouds. Very similar to what you saw in Luthen's place with those floating islands. Now, these are much smaller, but when you look around, you see that there's debris and pieces of island, kind of floating, defying gravity, just floating with the clouds. And you start to hear there's a lot of wildlife, birds, and you see lots of creatures in the ocean swimming around, but you also see creatures swimming through the air. Schools of fish, kind of just floating with these clouds. Some small, but some rather sizable. And you guys kind of feel this very...
Oh.
What? What'd you say?
Do any of them look like they have the Crimson Madness?
No, I mean, you're looking around
Dun,
and
dun.
everything here looks very natural. Everything looks very calm and in its place, like nature in its purest element. Very untouched. And you guys can kind of feel that through a very humid, warm air. This very tropical breeze coming through. It's got a little bit of moisture in it, and you can see that in some places there's just little light spatterings of rain here and there that seem to start and stop quickly. And you see these palm trees on the beach, these very tall palm trees with these super brightly colored flowers of all different colors of flowers you've never seen before. Some green, some bright blues, some red, some multicolored, each petal of the flower a different color. And they stand out vividly from all this greenery around you. And you also see these shock fruit bulbs. They're these little fruit you've maybe seen a few times. They weren't super prevalent in Aventide, but you might have seen a few of them. They're these very tart, sweet fruit with these little spikes on the edges of them. They kind of look like miniature palm trees themselves. And you can kind of almost smell these pungent fruits on the air as you guys sail by these islands. But behind all of this, it seems like you've hit this paradise. But maybe 50 miles to the east, it seems to just stop. And you see this super massive, what looks like almost an orb of swirling red and black clouds, 1,000, 2,000 feet in the air with these red streaks of lightning kind of going through it. But that's far, far off. But it's just kind of lingering there, these red clouds. And you guys kind of just sail, letting the residual runoff of that hole, the current, kind of just pull you to the east. And that's when you guys see something. Everybody roll me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
19.
19.
19.
Yeah.
All right.
Rolled a 9.
We all see it.
12.
Yeah, so Jason, you're
It's
the
the
first to
tiny
see it.
guy's got good eyes.
Kelwise, you've got a little bit of advantage because you were up near where the helm was, and just in the distance you see this small single-masted ship, quite a bit smaller than yours, but you see it sail up around and behind an island, and it just the wisps of it as it disappears behind an island, and then it's gone, and that's just to the north of where you are.
Dip on the horizon.
Like good or bad? Like a
Yeah, what does that mean?
yeah.
This means there's someone else here.
Like to eat? Like, do we have stuff to eat?
Stay
normal!
How are the bees?
Wait.
Okay.
Ah!
And I run check the bees.
Okay.
The bees seem a little frantic from your crazy boat ride. Some of them a little banged up, but for the most part, they're hardy little buggers.
We've got an invasive species
Buggers.
going
Is there
on.
bugs?
Boo. What do you want to do about this sail?
Well, if no one has any objections, I would say let's maybe head over there. There was a smaller ship than ours. I doubt it's a warship. Didn't seem like a warship anyway from this distance.
Should we go to one of these islands and see if they can help us? Figure out where we
Well-
are?
Yeah, I mean, that sort of looked like they headed to one. Maybe they know of a port or something, an easy way to get in or out. Couldn't hurt to just look, I would say.
If they're going there must be somewhere to port them. Good thinking, Coweyes!
We're going to find out. Or it's a trap. Could always be a trap.
We'll just go
It's
get.
usually a trap.
Just get on.
Can't live your life thinking everything's gonna be a trap, then you're never gonna live your life!
Says the person who was
Got me
recently
alive so
dead.
far.
We don't see any other signs of civilization. Smoke.
No, everything seems just very calm, very natural.
What time of day is it?
Cornelia, you might see far off to the
Presumably
north
late.
a little bit of black clouds wisping up, almost like a fire, but maybe a little bit darker than a fire. But other than that, nothing else. And it seems to be midday, around noonish. The sun seems to be high in the sky.
All right, I tell everybody that. As well.
Do we want to take some kind of a bearing or something to try and get back here in case we want to ever go home?
Yeah, that seems like a good idea. I'll pull out the compass and kind of orient what direction we're going and try to figure all that stuff out.
Does it look like we can take the same way up, or do we know that?
Rezik, can you like draw all the islands sort of where they sit around us right now,
Yeah.
so we can match that up again, maybe?
If you're on the deck, you look around and you don't see Rezik anywhere.
Where the fuck's Rezik?
I'll go find him.
Also, for right now, the current seems to be flowing away from the hole, so it might
Yeah,
just be a
it's
matter of going
It's
against
a
the
pretty
current.
strong current too.
Wait, is the hole still there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Kate?
What?
It's right
Would I
there.
have seen Rezik when I went to go check the bees?
Did you look in the war room?
Would you?
These are downstairs. So no.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I'm
bees
in
are
the
in the holding cell.
So I'll go down there and look for him, and then I guess find him in the war room. If that's
I'm
Where he-
furiously
Spoiler,
writing things down on parchment, just working like crazy.
hey. How are you feeling?
Just- I'm up to my will right now, currently. How are you doing?
I've been better. I got infected and struck by lightning on the same day. I'm not good, but you know, I've never really seen you this disheveled before.
Well, I will say that whatever happened to you when you got shocked, the hair looks good. I'll say that. But I would suggest, my
Oh.
friend, to write a will as soon as possible because we're both going to die.
Okay.
Back to work.
You don't know that for sure. I mean, well, yeah, we're all gonna die, but like, is it because of this Crimson Madness thing? Is that that's what's got you spooked?
Got me spooked. A man exploded. We're going to explode. Yes, I'm spooked. It's a matter of minutes, maybe hours. I don't know.
That's exactly right. You don't know. So don't live in the idea that that is going to happen any minute. It's going to be fine. We're going to be fine.
Have
At
you
least you're
talked
not-
to Kelwise?
Yes, that's not the point.
Yeah, he's rubbed off on you a little bit. All right,
little
you,
bit,
you,
a little
you got
bit.
me.
I hear
I'm
it.
feeling
I
good
hear it
now.
now.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Just look at me, okay? And I just put my hands on his shoulders. You're going to be fine.
Yep.
You're not alone. I got the same
Yep.
thing as you. We're going to be fine, okay?
Okay, I think
Ta-
that your hair looks so cool. I disbelieve whatever you say right now. So let's go.
Okay.
Let's just do it. All right.
Yeah. We're going to be fine.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Can I get you a drink?
Yep.
Yep. I'm going to get him a drink.
Lots of drinks.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him several
Are you
drinks.
guys heading up to the top deck?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
follow in after him. I'll just kind of pat his shoulder on his way up. He's all good. Just took a minute to calm down. It's been a long day. We're fine.
For my own edification, and maybe anyone at home, how did they contract the Crimson Madness?
So Dick
No,
Waylander had a whole ship full of those fishmen that were all infected, and a few of them had jumped off of his boat and crept up on their boat and crawled up on deck as they were trying to go into the maelstrom, and they were slashing wildly, trying to infect the crew. And
Into the male's what?
into the maelstrom.
Oh.
God. Can't say anything on the stream anymore.
What are they? What are they? And then
Tainted word.
What
really.
the hell happened?
Well, they were.
Well,
hit-
I got struck in the arm by a turtle man and or something.
Like with the karate
giant
chop,
tortoise.
with a bite, like
Slash
a
claw, I
ninja
think.
star. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
We
All right.
both
I'm just
took it
wondering
right
what I
now.
have to do to not be an explodey boy like you.
Don't
Yeah, should they be in quarantine?
get clawed in the arm, and you should be fine.
When the other guy exploded, did it look dangerous to the people around him?
Mm.
It was
wasn't
definitely.
Did
there, I
they
don't
also catch it because
Yes.
of the explosion?
Yeah, you can't
Yes.
get it on you.
Okay,
Animals,
yeah.
even animals,
We-
rats, birds, everything.
He also exploded like way after the fact. Also, I was trying to suck the Crimson Madness out of like one of the
This
wounds,
is true.
and I didn't get it.
Okay.
So
They were spitting.
All right. Well, do we have like rain slickers or anything that you guys can wear
Need
right now?
ponchos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you have full plate on, it might help because, when you explode, the bone fragments go flying, and that's what
I'm
pierces
thinking
your
more.
skin.
I'm thinking more of keeping it in them. I don't.
Oh, so we need to get
Are
Not
them
at
there
a-
full
bone
plate.
fragments?
Not at a
Or
Gallagher
Where
concert.
the bones melt.
Yeah, contain the splash zone sort of thing. Yeah,
The
I feel you.
bones
Maybe
went out
if
Yeah,
we
like
get
shrapnel.
like a human-sized bucket that we can just put over someone when they're going to explode,
A barrel.
or like sit on it. Maybe
there
like a big
signs?
glass ball that they
Listen,
can go
listen.
in that's round so you can walk with it.
Rezik and I are not
Just push 'em
pariahs, and we
overboard.
would appreciate it if we were not treated as such.
Do we have a dinghy?
Thank you.
Don't
do.
Do we
spit
ever
on
fix the
me.
dinghy?
No,
Can we
I
just
don't.
drag them behind us in the dinghy?
yeah. We didn't fix the dinghy. You're
The
right.
quarantine dinghy? No, oh, we didn't. That's right. We didn't.
We're not gonna drag them behind.
Of all the
We're just
times
gonna
that I-
exercise
Rezik,
precautions.
I just put on every article of clothing you own.
I'm just gonna
Alright.
turn to
me.
Rezik and just. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No. I completely understand. We'll maintain a 6-foot distance from all of you at all times.
Maybe we can get you some masks so you don't spit
Oh,
on
no.
us and give it to us.
Yep. All right. I'm just gonna wrap.
Tie a scarf around your face.
Yeah, new
Alright.
rule. You always have to be downwind. All right.
Okay. How can we help?
Listen,
you can
guys.
lick him. Can you
We're-
just like lick Dresden real quick? Either one of you.
I just call the axe into my hand.
We're gonna find a cure. Listen, guys. There's something that will keep this at bay. We already know it. It's just a matter of finding it. I know it's here. We're
Yeah.
gonna find it. It's okay.
Exactly.
Is there any?
That's how I've been able to stay so positive.
Yeah.
Do we
And
actually
nobody
know,
knows.
or is that you just being really
We know.
positive?
No, we know.
And nobody knows anything about these runes. Like we know what the sign looks like. Maybe there's something here that, like these flowers or something, that is the cure. I don't know.
Well, we do know
What was
from
the,
old Tom's story that there are fishermen that live here called the Oleos, I think, and they have really pointy sticks and things that keep them from getting the madness.
And those.
So-
I think the
Okay.
pointy sticks might be a
So we have
big
to
part
find
of
those
that.
guys.
Yeah.
So all we have
Very
to do
pointy.
is find like Sean Connery in the rainforest, and we can cure cancer. This is gonna be great. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Also,
Who is Sean
Erica
Connery?
Raji said that she'd try and remember anything because she heard talk of this when she was around the first time, and she's gonna try and remember if there was a cure already, like myths around not getting it. Like, cough 3 times and jump in a circle to your left, and you won't get the madness or something.
I do it.
I'll try it.
Doing that aggressively. Cornelia just hella.
Resnick, you're already infected.
Maybe you have to do it the opposite way.
Couldn't
Jump
hurt.
And spin the other
I tried
way.
it the other way.
No, that's how you get it, or get rid of it.
Oh god!
Just take me now.
Are we headed towards the island?
Yeah. Are we sailing at all?
Following that
You guys are just
We're
kind of
heading
adrift. Well, there are hundreds of islands.
Well, we're heading toward the one where the boat went.
Yeah,
That's
they
where
were
I wanna
Following
go.
the boat. Okay.
Yeah, we're
so
following the boat.
You
Don't play
follow
dumb.
the
Don't play
boat.
dumb with us. You know.
Should we not follow that boat?
All right.
Tell us what to do.
God says don't follow the boat for some reason.
Yeah. He's like, wait,
Yeah,
you're
you guys
following
got
the
that
Follow the
message
boat.
too? I thought it was just me.
So weird.
You come around this cliff face of a large rock, and you turn around, and just on the other side, you see this small-ish bay with what looks like a large fortress, masoned fortress on one end, with cannons stacked out of it in rows and rows.
Turn around, turn around.
right
I may have
as
been
you-
wrong.
And right as you turn
Do we have
this
a white
corner, you see a small boat with a single sail and maybe 5 humanoids on it. And one of them calls out to you.
As I'm frantically turning the wheel to avoid this place.
You see it's a what looks like a woman who is also an uncast, maybe a turtle woman. It would be your best bet. And she has her hand held up to all of you.
Is she
Or-
threatening us?
Did we hear what they said when they shouted out to us?
Does she have a weapon?
She just kind of called out like an oi.
I use thaumaturgy to boom my voice and say, "We need help!"
God.
And you ask them if they're nice. Ask them if they're nice.
Yeah, it's the
Hold on,
rule of the
hold on.
sea. Tell them they can't lie.
I wait to see if anything happens after I do that.
And they're dinghy. They're this small like skiff sailing towards you guys. Not super fast, but it's making its way. It'll get there in maybe a couple minutes.
All right, I'll say, "Are you nice? I hope you're nice, because we've just been through a lot."
And you hear from far away, "No doubt." And
Are you
Is that a good thing?
nice?
Is that good?
Answer.
and you yell, or you ask them that, and
Maybe that was the
they
answer.
kind of
No,
talk
they're not
amongst
nice.
themselves. And this woman looks up at you, crooks her head, thinks about it. Well, that depends. Are you nice?
Yeah, we're loud, but we're really nice.
Mostly.
Well, then it shouldn't be a problem.
Excellent.
And
Is anyone allergic to bees?
To meeting you.
don't know that any of us are allergic to bees. And the boat kind of arrives, pulls up close to you, and you see that there's almost all uncast of some kind of aquatic creature. There's 4 men, and these guys don't look super intimidating. They're actually on the rather thin side. They don't seem to have any weapons on them. And this the woman on the front, the turtle woman, looks up at you. Permission to come aboard, Captain.
I look
I
at
look at-
everyone.
I look
First.
at the captain.
Look over the
it's-
side, do an Incent check.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah, you do an
looking
instant
for
check. No
for
instant.
worried signs from people's faces and signs that we shouldn't go forward. And
I look for weapons.
I don't see any.
Yeah, you don't see any weapons.
Okay.
Permission granted.
Didn't answer my Incent question though.
No, there's no Inkson.
Okay.
Definitely no Inkson. You guys
Keep
kind of
your
lower
wits
down
about you
that
guys.
a rope, and you see this turtle woman. She's got no weapons, but she has these claws that seem to be fierce. They're maybe 2 or 3 inches long each, and thick. And she grabs onto the rope she's very, very, very strong and capable. And she just kind of hoists herself up, just climbing up this deck. And then she jumps off
using her arms?
Just using her arms. And she
hold
has
the
this
dodge.
kind of a big shell on her back too. So she's got, a solid frame, and she kind of comes up over the deck and lands, and you hear this heavy
frame.
I want to nudge up and point out the claws and be like, "Those are wicked awesome."
And she hits
incredible.
Tress is
the
on
deck.
the lookout now that her
And you hear
sister's
this
out. Oh.
boom, this thud as she lands, and she looks up at you. Well, hello, new friends. I am
Hello.
Captain Julissa. I run this here town over here, and you guys kind of look behind, and now that you're kind of drifting a little bit, behind this tower is this bay where there's whole flourishing town with maybe 25 to 30 solid stone and wooden buildings just kind of laying this shelf, and there's a dock with whole boats and such. I would ask you how you got here, but it seems like everyone gets here the same way.
Oh, so you're not from
Yes.
here originally, either?
No, none of us are. But, we're stuck here, all the same. I don't want to alarm you. Well, unless you can sail against a 30-knot current.
Sounds fast.
It's incredibly fast. We've tried. Look, I tried without a boat, and I couldn't make it. I'm much faster than a sailing ship.
I'm just gonna take a couple steps back. That's impressive as fuck.
But
Well-
you do well to accept your fate. Here now, in the Sunfire Archipelago, you can make a great life for yourself.
Question, is there any of the islands where, like, a rumored god exists, or powerful ruler, or person in
mayor.
charge
Oh god.
on a certain island, or is this kind of all just like free ruling archipelagos?
Well, there's certainly other groups here. And there's that small death cloud to the east that we don't go
I saw
anywhere
that.
near. Yeah.
Small? That's a small one?
I was gonna say.
Well, small, if it's opposite day.
Ah, okay. Just making sure because
Okay.
Sarcasm,
optimistic.
cowboys.
I didn't.
Steve.
Sorry. Should know better
Sorry.
by
Well,
now.
whatever you do, I
Sizes
would
hey.
stay far, far away from it. Full of demons. Literal demons from hell.
Why do I feel like we're
And
gonna
a
have to go
sickness?
there?
Is it full of a
My kind of
sickness as well?
Sickness.
Check it out.
What do you
You're
know
talking
of
about
the Crimson Madness? Yeah.
Well,
Oh.
and she kind of starts looking at all of you. None of you are touched by this, are you?
No?
Not me.
Not I.
Well, good.
Why?
Consider
That'd
yourself
be
lucky.
bad.
Well, yes, the Crimson Madness can affect everyone. And if it does, that's it. The whole town's gone.
We
What do we
heard of
know
a
about
cure,
how it's
though. We did.
Transmitted.
We heard of, like, a way to stop it. Special charms and such. We have.
You really have.
We've heard of it.
Yeah.
We don't know how to do it.
Well, we've only found a way to slow it down. But,
How do you do
delaying
that?
the inevitable. Well, the pollen of a very rare flower.
Oh.
But it's... Well, it grows in the middle of a giant volcano to the north. We can talk about this more in a bit.
Always.
Right.
You weren't followed, were you?
I hope not. I mean, nothing else came through, did it?
I mean, technically, you guys, we followed someone here.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, we weren't because no one else came in after us, but we were at one point in time being followed before we came through.
By a heavy-set looking octopus man, I presume?
Ugh. Yeah, he's the worst.
You're familiar, huh?
How do you know him?
Well, he's a bit of a scourge in these parts. Terrorizes the town, and there's not much we can do in recourse.
How does he get out?
Yeah, he
Wait. Yeah.
Best we can tell is he is touched by the devil himself.
Hmm.
Who lives in the cloud? With the demons?
You know, I don't know what lives in the cloud.
Nice.
All I know is what comes out of the cloud from time to time. And this Dick Waylander sometimes carries this crimson madness along with him. He can infect anyone on the whim. So we are unfortunately at his mercy.
Yeah, he's a
Which also
nasty
means if he was
squirrel.
chasing you, he'll come here first. So we should probably hide your ship
Hide the ship,
and
yeah.
hide you person until he checks the town and leaves.
Ooh! Oh, I have an idea!
All right. And you are...
Hello, Captain. My name is Trust. I was thinking if there's any like spare wood bits and stuff, maybe we could scatter it around where we fell through and make him think that the ship, like tore apart landing and that we are all dead.
Could try that.
Yeah.
How far behind
don't
you
think-
was he?
Hmm.
I don't know
Yeah.
how time works here.
How far behind he was us, or was?
No,
You
more
know what I
behind
mean.
us was he?
He wasn't
Yeah,
that
that way.
far behind you. You would know that that giant ice barrier that the archivist had created had stopped him in his tracks. But, I mean, you wouldn't know how long that would last or how long that would do. And she kind of looks
An
around.
amount of time.
Yes, well, it might be easier just to hide your boat away and pretend like you
Alright.
went somewhere
How-
else.
Do you hide a ship? It's a ship. It floats on the water. How on earth would you?
Maybe
Hiding
they have a
type
big cave, Kelwise.
And how can you just go in the town and like look around? Is he like a leader here or feared or what's?
Captain
I don't know.
Waylander carries a small whistle upon his person, along with other wicked things, and wherever he blows this whistle, from the eastern horizon comes unspeakable horrors to wreak havoc on the town. It's
Unspeakable what?
best-
Where the cloud is? From
Horrors.
the cloud?
Or
He controls the cloud demons? With the whistle?
Well, it seems so.
oh,
We found,
can I-
we've reached an accord with him, where he doesn't bother us, and we tend to not aggravate him, and it has worked out quite well for Eddard's end.
Hey, guys,
Hmm.
did that octopus man look anything like Dresden?
No, you're
Was
just
there any
being-
resemblance to Dresden and the octopus man?
That's a good
the
question.
first time you had seen him, no, not really. It would have been hard to tell. He really had it. He
Oh,
really.
yeah.
Yeah, you had run into him as he tried to lay a trap for you guys.
No, I know. I'm
Oh.
just saying, did he look more like Dresden the second time I saw him then?
No. The second time he
Oh.
was so far away on his ship that you didn't really
Okay.
get up close in
I don't
person. He
know.
was
Maybe.
hundreds and hundreds of yards away.
And he didn't sound like him.
Maybe
I
there's an
assume.
octopus Elazar. I don't know.
No, the first
Fair.
time you had seen him, no, he sounded more akin to Slug than Dresden.
Okay. All right.
He would be an
Multiverse of
Elazarctopus.
presidents.
Elazar.
Elazarctopus. Yes. Well, Julissa kind of looks up at you. Well, it might be in our best interests and yours to get a move on and hide this ship
Yes.
quickly.
Yes. Right.
Agreed.
Right.
Would you agree?
Oh
Yes.
yes.
Well, and she waves over to that big fortress with all of the cannons stacked up, and another man from the top waves. And she nods to you, Kelwise. Just bring her into the bay, and head to the western end, and you'll see a small little cove. It looks like you can't pass, but you can just sail right through. We'll take care of the rest.
You got it. Thank you.
Can I do an insight check on any of these people? Like, do they look like they're about to trap us?
Roll an insight. Yeah. Roll an insight on this woman.
Jeez. 5.
Woof.
A 5? Yeah, you don't really get much of a read on this woman. It's hard to, being an uncast, and she is strong, like much stronger turtle features than some of the other uncast. You know, uncast can be a whole sliding scale. They can be just slightly animalistic, or sometimes they have like almost all of the whatever animal that they've been mixed with. This one, she's very, very, like, she's maybe 70% turtle with just very,
She's
her face
turtly
doesn't
enough for
really,
the turtle club.
yeah, and her face doesn't, it's hard to read her face, and her expressions, just because
How
she's,
old does she look?
I love
again,
turtles.
almost impossible to tell.
Fuck. Okay. They can live
Did she
so
have
long.
size, a sword,
Be
a
like
long
200.
stick, or
She had her claws.
She had
Claws.
claws.
I know, she lived for a
Yeah.
long time.
Bandana?
no bandana?
Yeah. Any jewelry and
Pizza?
What's she wearing?
Yeah.
She's got like a shirt on, like a loose shirt and trousers.
Does it
With a
go
belt.
over the
Yeah.
shell?
Yes.
Weird. Okay.
Oh,
cool.
wow.
I'd like to meet her tailor.
Is her shell more like kind of Ninja Turtle size, or is it an actual turtle?
Yeah, that's a
compared
good
to her
question.
body?
Yeah. Is it like
Should go
backpack
in
or
her
is it
turtle
like fucking flying saucer?
shell?
It's pretty big.
Oh man.
You're not
She's
absolutely
awesome.
sure she couldn't just whoop into that thing
Yeah.
and float around.
Hmm.
Baller.
She hasn't, but hard to tell.
And she can swim faster than a fucking sailing ship? That's terrifying.
Yeah, that's
That's
terrifying.
quick. She's a
That's
torpedo.
fucking crazy. Oh my god, no. Oh, jaw. Snapping turtle-ish jaw? What's the
Snapping
what's
turtle.
the damage
Yeah,
look
yeah.
like?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
god, no. No. Am I wearing my armor? If I'm not, I just slowly
Yeah.
I start
I'm
putting on the
holding
gauntlets.
dodge
I'm
still.
like-
Tail? Is there a tail?
I'm just admiring her. Like
Hard to
oh.
tell. Hard to tell with the trousers on.
Maybe a tail.
Tail might be in the trousers.
What? Okay, what are you
Yeah.
what are you looking at? You're being rude.
I'm fascinated. I don't know.
Aha.
It's a new thing every day.
And, as you guys ogle this woman, she seems unperturbed by it.
Okay.
And she starts to guide you, Kelwise. And you can tell she's very savvy when it comes to a ship. It seems she knows exactly what she's doing, what she needs, and how to.
Oh, is she like a
maneuver.
pilot? She's like
She's the captain.
telling
I
us how
hope
to.
so.
Well, but is she still on our ship as we go in?
Yes, she's still on your ship.
Okay.
Yes. And so she guides you, and you go into this town, and you see a collection of tall stone and wooden houses, businesses, all these surrounded by these two large shelves built into the side of this mountain, each with just rows and rows of houses on them. You see this big sandy beach that kind of encompasses the whole bay, and there's these series of long docks set out with all kinds of different medium size, similar to your ship. There's a couple ships about the same size as yours. They look a little older, and there's a bunch of small little boats. You see that this town is pretty lively and jaunty. You see there's just all kinds of crates and barrels and stuff overturned, which look like tables or some such. A lot of this town seems to be just cobbled together with like old spare parts of whatever they could find. And some of them, you see some there on the beach. There's these big box, like crate boxes, these large of them, and they're all kind of in a row. And you see people just sitting in them, using them maybe as shelters. And you see there's probably about 200 people or so, and most of them tend to be mixed race or uncast, mixed with some sort of animal or such. All of them look like sailors. They were sailors at one point. There's that tall, fortified fortress on the eastern side, made of this deep green stone that looks solid. And once you guys enter that bay, you start to notice there's a bunch of very strong smells, like spices and things like that. And it's also kind of mixed in with every once in a while you get a sniff of somebody who just hasn't showered in a very long time.
Slug.
Yeah, it's very slug. Yeah.
Can we
and
get
you
a
see that-
sense, like, are there a lot of ships, since we see so many people that were sailors, are there a lot of ships around, or does it look like the ships have been broken down to have shelters, or...
You do see some
Make sure.
ships that have been broken down, but they look like they were damaged in some way. Most of the ships, it seems like they try and keep them afloat. It seems like the more ships... I mean, some of these ships look like they've been patched up 100 times.
They're trying to keep the ship. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And you do see that in the way back behind the city, there's a few farm plots, which there's these tall stalks of some kind of crop and shock fruit. Those bulbous shock fruit kind of like planted out in there. And you guys kind of sail around to the western end of this bay, and it seems like there's just this rock cliff face with these trees kind of grown out of the side that block it, and this moss that hangs down. And as you guys kind of sail, she points you straight towards there, and you see a couple guys start to climb down these stalks and pull them aside, and you see that there's this big cave entrance that was completely hidden by shrubs and different things, and you guys kind of sail in there, and it's this very dark, dank cavern. And right as you guys kind of pull into this thing, she calls for you to anchor, and as you do, all of these branches and such kind of close up as they put all this stuff back behind you, and you guys park yourself in this big cove of Eddard's End.
La 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 la.
And as you get off, as you land, Julissa walks in. Well, would you like a tour of the city? I can show you around. And also, just, you might want to keep a couple of people on your boat. As you can see, new goods tend to be very rare around here. And we make do with what we have. But just so you know, any new goods you bring into the town will be incredibly valuable. Don't get swindled. Don't get stolen. Not all of these people were nice people in their previous lives, as you've so put it.
I think we'd be very happy to be escorted about town, but can we just have a moment and have a quick conversation amongst the crew before we disembark?
We'll figure out who stays.
Good idea.
Great.
This is a big change. I'm sorry. I'm just so excited to have new people in the town. Take your time, please. And she kind of walks over to the edge and just jumps off into the water, and quickly, Dresden, before you can even you're like, oh, where is she? Okay, shoof, onto the bank.
No, God, that's so scary. Jeez Louise.
Very
How
impressive.
did she land though? Like, what pose did she land in?
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but it almost looks like she landed dabbing. It's weird. Yeah.
It's fast.
It's hard to tell with the turtle neck. It's like it's its own thing.
Just this?
She just lands.
That's
Yeah.
to get the water off.
Yeah, it quickly sprays it off.
So
We made it.
should you two stay? And I look at
Oh,
Steve
should
and
us stay? Because
That's
we
probably
you're
fair.
right. We should stay.
I knew that's where this was going to be going.
Well,
I
in
think that's
case
appropriate.
you start showing any signs, they might recognize it, and then we'd all get in trouble.
No,
No,
that's totally fair.
absolutely
They just-
Totally
Yep.
fair.
I don't really know how this works, but that other guy who had it, he had it for like ever, like years, I think.
Like decades.
That was because of his
With
special
the
necklace, though,
yeah,
right? The
with that,
charm. He had like a trinket to stave it off. We'll keep asking around. Don't worry, I can be subtle. I'll keep trying to find out what they know without letting them know. You know.
I mean, hopefully, whatever you did, Pup, before things got too bad, helped at least a little bit. I would certainly hope.
Dang it. That could help.
So, does it look like it's like the wound is getting infected, like quickly or spreading, or what does
What's
it
it
look
look like?
No, their wounds look normal. They don't look like to have any signs of this at all.
Okay. So there's not like red veins spreading out from the bite spot.
No.
And Air Karate helps slow it down a bit for now, but definitely ask about the Oleos. Maybe someone knows where they are.
Please. Please. But
Yeah,
no, we can entertain ourselves on the boat while you guys go do your thing. No, it's no big deal.
They said that people don't like get new stuff down here. Do you guys think that maybe if we sold some bees or like honey, we could get some good money?
Well, maybe sell the honey, but keep the bees.
Yeah.
The bees, otherwise we're not going to get any more honey.
Have they made any
All of
honey
them, like 2 of them.
I mean, I don't think
don't
people
know.
want 2 bees other than you, Pup. No offense.
yet?
Well, then people are stupid.
You're not wrong.
Correct.
Yeah, try to sell some honey or some of the ale we have. We've got some good ale, so.
Yeah. If we sell the honey, tie a little bee to a string, and we'll lead him around. That'll be our gimmick.
Oh, great.
Have
Good gimmick.
the bees made any honey yet? Do we have honey?
They
have to.
have been making honey. Yeah,
Okay.
surprisingly.
Sea honey. Salted already.
Yeah.
Mm.
I kind of hope so. That'd be
Salted
sick. Can we just say
honey.
that there's like sea salt honey?
That actually sounds amazing.
Right? That sounds so good.
Yeah,
I
it really
love
does
things
sound
with salt
good.
and sea.
Yeah, and it's hard to tell if it's just like the sea air hasn't just mixed in with the honey as they're doing it. Maybe it was the bees. Maybe
Either
it was
way.
Cornelia Co. Sea salt honey.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
All right.
It's like a fortune waiting.
Maybe we just live here forever and sell honey.
And this is nice. I can get used to this. I can die here.
The world's gonna end here, or is it gonna end everywhere else? Like, we'll be okay
Both.
here?
No.
Oh, lovely.
That will probably be. That's actually a good question.
Do you guys think that the Dresden's in that cloud that they mentioned?
I'd say there's a really good chance of that, given our luck.
Yeah, knowing
It's a certain.
knowing the other idiots that are up here,
If
yes.
he lives in the cloud, that guy could probably heal you. It sounds like he might
the
need
cloud?
cause. Right?
I mean,
No?
what is
All
like?
right.
What what's the element of angst? You know what I mean? Like what?
Disease?
I'm just
Yeah.
saying we haven't really had like positive encounters.
Oh, the Guardian was pretty. No, I wasn't there. Never mind.
Well,
I mean, we almost got eaten to death by like weird spirit animals. So
If it's Crimson Madness and
Yeah,
it makes you
rage
mad,
mad.
what if he is like the crazy part?
Yeah,
that's what I was
probably.
gonna. Yep. Mhm. I mean, if Elazar did go crazy and shatter himself, that would make sense. So, yep.
What part are you? The just sad part? The crazy
Me?
part?
No, I'm just like the scraps that they, like
The
when he
leftover
blew
average
up, there
Oh,
was
you're
shit
the
on the floor.
self-loathing. Got it.
Yeah, there you go. I was
I
between
think that
the
Dresden's the
floorboards.
human element.
oh well, that's
personally.
nice.
Isn't that nice?
I think
better
that
than saying he's the
Justin's
viscera.
best one.
And I hug him.
Wait, do you
Either
have it?
that or just really judgy.
I just like you. I don't say anything. I just your face.
Oh God. Oh, I think I have it.
Okay, Stephen Rezik.
Pups,
If there's
Pups doesn't have it.
Stephen Rezik, if there's anything you need in town, make a list for us. We'll try to find it for you guys.
And I'm keeping an eye out. Anybody that is wearing a pendant, like anywhere I see this rune, I'm
Yeah.
keeping an eye out for,
And
an extra one. Or
just
What if
to
we-
keep it in mind, everyone maybe try to blend in as well as possible with the surroundings. We know Waylander's going to come through there at some point in time, and he's going to be looking for us. So,
Wait, they let him into the town?
yeah,
do
they
they
just said that. They've got an accord.
I
Well,
thought
it was.
that meant,
They
like,
don't
he was
bother
allowed
him,
to
and he
go
doesn't
within.
bother them.
Yeah, like within cannon distance, not like, hey, let's have a drink, Dick.
No, they let him go look around. Yeah.
I bet he comes here and looks around.
Oh, crap.
Did
he see our faces?
On command, so they just say whatever you want to do, man. Just go, just do it. You know, like.
Yeah. I have a question. Should we like peddle around a story like we were told that the cure to Crimson Madness was here, and we were sent by people up there to find a cure because we're just a great set of adventurers, and so we came here to find it because we were sent here, and that's why we're asking so many questions.
I mean, if any story,
I don't have an answer for that.
Trust is correct. If any story, we can just use this correct. This is an actual story. Saw a man explode, trying to find the cure for it. It's pretty honest. So that's a great story to have. Yeah.
True. Good point.
Hey,
Then we won't be all sketchy.
while we've been talking, I looked down and realized that I'm still holding Kelwise's gun in my hand, which I didn't realize. So I'm just gonna look at it and I'm gonna scan it really, really, really close, just to make a mental image of every little detail that is on that thing that might be different than what I have.
For the most part, the biggest difference between the two guns, his gun is made of an alloy or metal that you can't piece out. It's a little bit lighter than your gun, and yet the amount of force that comes out of that barrel is higher than the amount of force you've been able to. And you know that, like, when you were engineering these weapons, like you took it right to the edge of like what a boomling could do, and still many times it blew through any kind of alloy you could make until you made it very thick and heavy. So
Got it.
Mostly that's the biggest difference you notice between the two guns.
Well, after I do that, I'm gonna look to Kelwise. I'm like, hey, are you gonna need this in town, or do you mind if I hold on to it for you? I don't know if it's gonna attract any eyes, but
Yeah.
all right. So I toss it to him. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Just in case. I mean,
Right, of course. I'm not getting attached to it at all. That's fine.
no. It's fine. You have one of your own. Just remember.
For now. Just
Wait,
one.
how do you have one?
I made it.
Trust, it's like a time continuum thing. Don't even.
You don't know about it, Dresden. Shh.
Yeah, I don't know about it, Dresden. Shh.
True. You
We
don't know
were-
about it.
He only told Kelwise. Kelwise never told
But
us.
we saw the fucking guy, right? Like,
No,
No.
he was in the archivist's body. It was just his mind,
Nope.
not his physicality.
but he had the gun. No.
No. He looked
Not that
like a Thargan.
Oh, he
Not
did?
Thargan. He looked
Yeah.
different. The
He looked
archivist
like- he
looked
looked like Mew Mew?
different when he looked like Bew.
Old Mew Mew.
Yeah, but they're just saying, to be fair, like right now in the story, we don't know the secret
don't
of
know.
like Steve being Bart.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
But these are the only two fucks on the entire planet that have a gun, right?
As
Well,
far as
that's
you
what I
know.
was getting my confusion from, and then you acted like you knew everything.
But we saw.
Retcon.
Didn't we see the fucking other guy with the gun jump into a time portal like fucking thing where hadn't he told us he was from like all over the fucking place?
Well,
Yeah,
sure,
he
but yeah, I
said,
mean, at
"Here,
this point, we
you
are
give it to
playing
me
it as if we
later,"
don't know. for
No. I'm
that
just
he's
talking
younger.
about.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about Steve. I'm talking about the
Yeah.
other guy that
Oh,
had a
yeah.
gun once, jumped into a fucking time portal, right?
Yeah.
Like we know that.
The witness.
Yeah.
Okay. And so
I mean-
this guy has walked up to us with a very similar gun, right?
It's
Yeah.
very coincidental.
I love how
Okay.
everyone's just
Okay.
now piecing this out.
Well,
This
his
great.
is a lot more.
I thought we were acting like we knew a little bit more. I'm honestly like, I thought we.
No,
Dresden's
so
putting
so
out
far we
too.
haven't been, but we can.
I mean, imagine you're in fucking medieval England and a dude walks up with a pager, right?
yeah.
Jumps into a fucking time portal, and then like 6 weeks later, another dude rolls around and gets a page right in front of him. He's like, fucking office is always, hey, how's it going? I mean, I'm going to assume They might be tangentially associated.
They're raising very good questions, but they're questions no one has asked in game.
Dresden's been assuming it, but none of the rest of us know.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Yeah,
apparently
none of us
Dresden
know.
has
You know
higher
what? To
capability.
ask.
And it's
Dresden, we all know
it
Dresden
sounds
is
so far
Batman,
like
and he knows things.
I thought
that
we all
others
just
don't.
assumed. I'm
No.
not putting
Sounds
anything on
like our-
anyone.
Somehow, the wool has been pulled over all of your eyes.
And
How
just
that
to
is,
keep it clear
no
too, like
idea.
it sounds so far like if I'm correct, Steve's is a little bit more his gun's a little bit more what's it called?
Rudimentary.
Rudimentary, yeah. It's a little bit more rudimentary than the one.
Right.
Rudimentary.
And
We'll just say,
adoption.
we'll just say
That's
this.
what I was-
Dresden
I
has
was-
his suspicions.
Okay.
If Dresden has a question, he should ask.
Just writing in my journal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Feelings turn
Dresden.
on.
And that's what I was trying to just start was the questioning because I haven't been around since we found Steve. This is like
That's
the
fair.
second
That
day
is
of
fair.
Steve. So now I'm like, but you both have one. That's weird, right? And
I
then
mean,
Meta
I don't
Dresden
know.
stepped
I
in.
just made mine. Okay, I just
He
yeah.
did
If
it.
other people if other people have them, that's great. I'm just saying I made mine. Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
thought-
give Kelwise a look. I'm gonna be like,
Yeah, I thought the guy that you have made yours or where we got it.
I mean, I just know he came from
are
a
you
time
related to
portal. and-
Bart? Are you like his great grandfather? He's from the future. What?
Mm.
All right.
And you hear from the
Steve,
coast. Everything all right? You guys good?
Oh, yeah.
try to
Yeah,
rush
we're
you.
just dealing
Just
with
making
some
sure.
time continuum shit. Don't mind us.
Some what? And you hear them just kind of muttering amongst themselves.
I'm gonna look at Killwise and just gonna be like,
Well, enjoy looking at the town and shopping. We'll just stay behind and hang out.
yeah. Oh God, what's that? Oh, coming, Eva. Bye. And then I'm gonna go downstairs.
Crazy.
Eva pokes up from the
All right.
the crow's nest. She looks over. What was that?
Nothing.
Oh. All right.
All right, well, should we go into town?
Guess we should head on shore. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Did you guys make that list of what you needed? Okay, great. We'll get that through telepathy.
You just hear from
Yeah,
below.
so
Have a
I
good
don't-
trip.
I don't need anything currently. I'll be fine. Thank you for asking, though.
Bring me some peanuts.
And a cure.
Also that.
Peanuts and a cure.
Mostly that.
Okay.
It'd be great if peanuts were the cure.
But
But Steve
God.
was
But
allergic.
Steve's
I
allergic.
know,
Yeah.
Ultimate double-edged sword.
Poison.
Okay, so you guys,
Anaphylactic shock.
you guys unload off the ship onto the beach, and there's a small little cavern, like almost like a hallway that leads out of this cave. And again, the front of this is covered by this big tree and all these shrubberies. And you guys kind of push
It's the
through that,
shrubbery.
and you pass out, and you see on this big beach that lines this. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, hiccups.
Wow.
This big beach that curves around this bay over to Edward's End, this big town, and you see all these people playing music, albeit most not great, singing. All of them kind of drinking and eating. It looks like a fairly happy place, with the exception of the smell. There's a smell here. Not great. Not great. It's the smell of not taking a bath for a long time. And that kind of wafts around. But you get used to that pretty quickly. And you start walking through the town, and Julissa excitedly starts to show off the town. And you can tell, like, she is very proud of this place. And she cares about this place. Like, maybe a little too much. Maybe that's her
Does
thing.
she look like
You can
Tristan?
think about the turtle woman. Oh my god, you guys.
So that's a no?
And you guys get the
family
distinct
resemblance?
you guys get the distinct impression that like this is the thing that she's latched onto. This is the kind of thing that grounds her and gives her purpose, is this town. And she has kind of dedicated her life to making sure that the town and the inhabitants kind of prosper. And so she walks around, and on the outside, on the top shelf, there's this big building. And it's got these almost paper-like, thin paper walls and screens, and it's got this huge red-looking lantern on the outside, and the whole thing is made of wood, and it's pretty grandiose. And outside, you see this small man in this silken robe, tied with this beautiful-looking sash and almost gold highlights on it. And you walk through, and she looks, and she points, and she waves. And she tells you all, that's Matsumoto. He owns a small establishment. When he landed, he had thousands and thousands of bolts of this very fine silk cloth. So they've made them into garments. And he runs a special establishment. If you need companionship, that's where you can go. It's called Kimonos. Anyways, moving on. I couldn't do it with a straight face. You walk by. Cullen looks so disappointed in me.
Just couldn't help yourself, huh? Just,
Oh my god, man.
I like make the puns. I love it. Just the longer the setup, the better.
We'll get ready.
there.
Each
I'm for it.
business is a pun, so let's
Oh my god,
And,
let them roll in.
And for the children, and just in case, instead, he also has a small crushed icery where he sells desserts. A shock fruit syrup dessert over crushed ice.
Crushed icery next to a hoery. All right.
What's the name of the crushed ice place?
If there's not a pun name, I'm going to be really,
it's
really
just-
disappointed.
Just Matsumoto's crushed ice.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah, someone come up with a better name than that.
Not Mossy Snow cones? Massimo Snow? Massimo Snow.
Hocones.
Matsumoto Snow?
Oh, cones. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And she continues walking down, and you guys hit this this large, open-faced tavern that just seems to have all kinds of just crates and benches set up and people drinking in it. And she walks through, and she lets you know that there's a man and a woman who own this together, a man and a wife who landed here, and they made alcohol previously, and they were brewers, which has been a large boon for the town. And this place is called A Float and Plank. And you get the smells of like not great alcohol, but it smells like alcohol nonetheless. And most of the people around this town seem to be drinking a little bit. And she lets you know that like they have gone leaps and bounds to calming the town down and making it a much more manageable place.
Is there a some kind of constabulary or police force or anything like that?
Oh yes, of course, my very own crew.
Oh
He really likes authority figures.
no, I just like to know who is gonna be talking to me when we never get in trouble, because we're good people.
Nice people.
Well, my crew,
Nice
the
people.
Rising Tide, we take care of things here. Take care of order. We man the cannons to make sure, in the rare chances that an Oleo group comes, or something worse, there have been demons
Oh, are they
that have attacked.
dangerous? The Oleos
Yes.
are dangerous?
They're right shits. I hate them all. I wish them nothing but
We-
ill will.
We
What's an
heard
Oleo?
that they know how to not get sick, though, from the sickness. Is that not true? Is that a false rumor?
Well, plenty of them have gotten sick. You might be mixing them up with the Merlings.
The Merlings? Who
Yes.
are they?
Merlings are similar. Similar looking, very different little creatures. They live far off to the east. As far as our provisioners have seen, the Merlings keep to themselves, but they don't
the
seem to get
smoke is?
sick. No, the smoke is to the north.
Oh, where the lightning is?
No, the lightning's to the east. She says
Keep
the
going.
east is southeast, but it's tough. Look, I have we have a well, amateur cartographer. Some of the provisioners have been trying to map out some of the area of the Sunfire Archipelago. So maybe later we can arrange to show you what we found so far.
Oh, that would be fascinating. Thank you so much.
Yes.
That would be great.
And if you really want to some harder alcohol, or maybe a delicacy of Eddard's End, we have Seaburger Romaries over here. And you get this smell, this wafting smell of like fried something, like deep fried something wafting in. And you see there's a woman with just crazy huge beard attached to her face, but she looks fantastic because she's got this kohl eyeliner that has been done surprisingly well. And she's tall and she's got these broad shoulders, but she's also got this elegant silk dress on. And she's doing just a little dance, and it's like a show going on, and she's singing. And she's got a voice, and she's got more confidence than probably your whole group combined.
Excuse me? Really?
Yeah.
That's true.
This woman
I bring it down.
is just,
Alright.
and she's got a slit in her dress that goes from her ankle up past her hip. And she's not afraid to show some leg, which is also kind of hairy.
Harry.
Wait, is
On a
this
scale
our
of-
second? Is this our second?
Yeah,
Mikey?
On a scale of 1 to Gilliga.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the name.
This woman in Gilliga, you can imagine, would be an unstoppable duo.
Oh,
If
man,
they
we're
ever
in.
met,
Amazing.
Aventide itself would just fail to exist, and only they two would be able to inhabit the space of the universe.
Who
Maybe
said
we
something
don't-
about not leaving?
Maybe,
Someone said not leaving.
yeah, no, maybe we just get rid of the whole bullshit in my head thing and we just get those two together.
Yeah. Is that our new
I
mission?
think I might be.
We've got to figure out how to get out of here first. We've got to get out of here. No,
Or we just bring Gilliga here somehow.
True.
Anyway, fantastic.
Both are options.
Okay, thank you. Get message.
Yeah, and you guys get the smell, and you guys see some people eating these, like, what look like sandwiches is your best degree, but you look and it's like these deep fried, what smells like fish patties on these two grilled grill root buns. And you guys have seen that there's a root that sometimes people use instead of bread when they can't afford it, and it's called grill root. And you stick, and it just these sea burgers smell and look delicious. There's this golden crust and hints of spices.
Can I
kinda
see the
wafting
fryer?
through, and a little bit of
Is the
it looks like
fryer
there's a little kitchen in
visible?
the back.
Where do they get the oil?
Yeah,
Mm.
and you smell.
Great
They
question.
all smell
Fish
sweet.
oil?
Are they-
And it
are they-
kinda smells like maybe
that's my
It
concern.
does smell. It smells kind of like a coconut oil, and you do notice that
Okay.
there are coconuts all around on all
They
these.
know how to
palm trees.
refine oils. Whatever.
All right,
Good
no,
for them.
I was just afraid it was fish oil. I was like, whoa.
Well, if you're cooking
It's
fish
gonna
and
be a-
fish,
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm
Just
not
extra
sure.
fish at that point.
extra fish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that too
extra
much, though?
fishy. You guys
Coconut oil.
continue up.
Do we see what
And
kind
you
of
see,
currency?
Yeah, what are they using for
it
money?
seems
Oh
like
yeah,
most-
fuck.
Most people in here are trading with coppers and silvers.
At
You
least
haven't
it's
seen a
not
single
souls.
gold piece here.
Okay.
It seems
Hide
like
your
most
gold, hide
people
your wife.
use the same kind of gold and coppers and such. You do see a store that actually has a painted sign that says "All washed up," And Julissa walks by and shows you, and you see there's an older-looking man with these big, long eyebrows. Like, impossibly long eyebrows. And he's just talking, and you see there's maybe 5 or 6 young kids sitting around, and he's just telling them what looks like a story, but the shop he has just looks like a junk pile. There's just odds and ends and everything stacked up all over the place as he tells these kids, and these kids just seem absolutely fascinated with this story as he's going on. And you pass the docks, and she points out that there's this boat, and there's a whole crowd of men and women, a lot of uncast, vying for spots on this boat. And she explains to you that these are the provisioners. They go from island to island, not only charting things out, but looking for food and different places and things, farmlands, anything. They're kind of the exploratory committee of Eddard's End, and they're just trying to get out and get in. And they can't take everybody, but they've done a pretty good job so far of just mapping the islands and figuring out where's safe and where's very not safe.
How many ships do you have?
Ships? Well, 3. 4 including yours. Not saying we have it, I'm just saying. Total, 4 ships and a few small ones. No shipwrights, really. Well, no working shipwrights, but that's another story for a long time. Not many. We really only have what comes through. What you would call a year. There really aren't seasons here. We try and keep track, and maybe 1 or 2 ships a year pass through.
How many years
I've been here.
have you been here?
I've been here 15 years myself.
15 years.
Yes.
You know
Well-
who's been here the longest?
We like exploring. We could probably help.
Well, Northern Greaves over there. The all washed up store. You saw him telling those children a story. He's been here almost 50 years. He was
50
here long
years.
before. Yeah. At its end, according to Nova, was here already when we arrived. We have just improved upon it. We did not
It looks lovely.
Wow.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. We work hard to make what we can. To give purpose and to move on. Upward and onward.
That's
What
lovely.
do the new
And she
people?
swipes someone's drink and she holds it up to you. No dregs for the crystalline man, huh? And she downs this drink and then throws a couple coppers on the table to this guy who's just like, oh, you drank my drink. But then she throws a couple coppers and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine.
I like to imagine it. He looks just like Jaymes.
You're muted, kid.
Yeah, kind of just one of those.
Still didn't hear it somehow.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
yeah.
Talking too quiet, maybe.
I said never mind.
Okay, good. I'm glad we got that.
Good, great, Rand.
She kind of looks to you. Well, I really hope you stay and you find a great home here in Eddard's End. We could really use some new folk, new tales,
Where else would we
new
go?
skills. Well, most
Like it's a different island.
sail off into the islands and are never heard from again. That is your
Well,
choice.
we might-
We don't force anyone to stay here, but we'd like it if you would.
We might explore because that's kind of what we do, but this seems like a very lovely place to put down roots, if you were.
Absolutely. And from far off, you guys hear a horn sound. Julissa's head whips to the horn. I'm sorry, but
What's
we
that?
must hide you quickly. Seems like Dick Waylander is approaching quickly.
No.
There he is.
And that is where
Right
we're
on
going to take a
time.
break.
Son of a bitch.
Perfect. Love it.
It's
I
so
have-
hard not to laugh when our main villain is Dick Waylander for right now.
No, it's so
Yeah.
good.
Come
It's so
on.
good.
What's wrong with that name?
Waylander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's not the part. It's the Dick part that's funny. Did you
Oh,
first name?
Wow, real mature.
We're gonna go on a quick 10-minute break. Don't go away. We're gonna go on a quick 10-minute break. We'll be right back
James,
to play more D&D. Don't go anywhere. Hello, everyone. We're back. We're back
Hey.
from our break. We're gonna play more D&D.
Back a bit.
At last, we left off. Danger was on the horizon.
Wait.
I
it
think
was ancient.
technically
Yeah.
dicks were on the horizon, but
Waylanders.
One Dick was on the horizon. Dick Whalelander. The
And it
octopus
was a
man
whale.
who has an army of demented...
Kind of a misnomer of a name, right? Yeah, Waylander, but he's an octopus guy. We call him like Dick Octopus or
is it Whale-ander or Whale-lander? Like he lands
Whalelander.
whales.
Like Highlander.
Highlander, but whale. Whalelander.
whale.
Like
Didn't
a
it pick
land
his
just
name
made of
properly,
whales?
guys?
You're apologizing everywhere you walk. You're like, I'm sorry.
Quickly, Julissa pushes you guys to an area. And she says, quick, follow me. I have a hiding spot that has not failed us yet. But, you know, just be on your toes.
Starts
All right.
tiptoeing.
And she pushes you over, and she walks over to this area, and there's this, like, bank with this big green plot of, like, grass and shrubs. And underneath, they start digging and digging and digging, and you see that there's this wooden hatch that's uncovered. She kind of rips it open, and you see that there's this large wooden enclave. And one of her men kind of walks in, starts lighting these small candles, and ushers you guys in.
Can one of us stay out? I mean, can one of us just blend in or get in?
Just get in.
Well,
It's fine.
Just get in. Just get in. It's
I
fine.
feel like we've been in this same position before, and we all got like, taken to jail.
That's
Um,
true. We have some
yeah.
PTSD from that.
I mean, I guess
we
two of
watched
us
Pup
are on
get
the ship.
stolen.
Yeah.
Pup got stolen. All right, I'm in.
Yeah, but we survived.
Okay,
We did.
you guys
Barely.
head in, and one of her men, he kind of has like the face of like a minnow. That's the best way to describe it. Yeah, he's a interesting looking fellow, nice enough. Closes the hatch. He stays inside with you, listens to the door as you can hear them kind of covering it up, and you notice that the shrubs above you you're not completely enclosed. You can kind of hear through the tops of this canopy, so it's not like completely cutting you off by any means. And maybe 15 to 20 minutes pass, and you hear Julissa call out, "Oh, Whalelander, so good to see you." And maybe a couple minutes later, you hear this almost sloppy, sloshy sound as someone walks along the beach, and you just hear this slime as he walks. And this familiar voice. "Hey, Julissa. It'd be good to see you again." And you hear distinctly the voice that you heard when Dick Whalelander tried to catch you guys on that boat with a chest that Cornelia couldn't get to, tragically. And he goes on, "I've been sent here after a very special prey by me master. You wouldn't happen to have seen anyone that matches this description, do ya? Tall, got like a beardish look, handsome to the right, lady, I suppose. He gave me a picture in me head. I'm trying to do this. Give me a second. All right. He's got.
Does it sound like he's describing
head.
Dresden?
It sounds like he's exactly describing just Dresden.
Can I touch
Yeah.
Dresden and make him invisible? While I hear this?
Sure. Yeah, you
Okay.
can. And Dresden, you look down at yourself and your body just whoop, after Dres touches you.
What the fuck did you do to me?
And he goes on. He's probably got broader shoulders than a normal mate, but he's not nearly as big as me. No one's as big as me. And Anyways, you see this man. And you hear Julissa. Well, no. If it was some new people, don't you think they would be the talk of the town? Any new boat comes in here, and the whole town erupts into a concavity of celebration. No, I don't think I've seen anyone, nor would I want to tell you if I did. I think you was lying to me, Julissa. You wouldn't lie to me, would you? And you hear this, and you start to hear these sounds, and from the just a little bit you see Dick Waylander has taken one of these large tentacle arms and has wrapped it around her throat and has lifted her off the sand. And she holds this tentacle. And he just stares into her eyes. And then you hear a noise. He drops her. And this almost strange aura starts to shoot out of Dick Waylander. It's dark and it's heavy. And you look and his body starts to tremble, shaking, unaware, not almost as if he's not responding. And this visage takes over him, black, with red eyes, large horns, and these huge bat-like wings with spikes and a tail wrapped around him. Standing nearly 15 feet tall on this beach, and everyone starts to freak out. And you hear this voice call out, "Brothers, I can feel you. If you dare, I will be waiting." And poof, you see Dick Waylander just fall to the sand. Oi, what'd you do to me? What'd you do? And you see everyone kind of just freaking out. And Dick Waylander looks back and forth. You guess he did that thing again, huh? Yes, it's very weird, huh? But let that be a lesson to you. You cross Dick Waylander. You get that. Well, the master will come after you. So don't cross me. And you hear down the sand. And another half hour passes as people start to pick themselves up. And eventually you hear someone clawing at the front of the sand. And eventually someone opens the hatch. And you see Julissa. Well, that was eventful. But I think we're in the clear for now. If you'd like, you can come on out, or feel free to wait in there as long as you need.
Are you okay?
You alright?
Yes. It is not my first time having an encounter with Dick Waylander, nor will it be my last, I'm afraid. But this is the cost of keeping peace in Eddard's End.
Just for flavor, I'm gonna leave Dresden invisible for now.
Okay.
Just gonna keep him that way for a bit.
Julissa, if you don't mind me asking, who is he normally chasing?
Chasing? Well,
Well, yeah.
the stories go, and I've heard this from an old sailor who is long past, that Dick Waylander was maybe the most unsuccessful pirate to have ever graced, well, all of Aventide, and in his dismay sailed off and never returned. Well, seems as though he made it here, made a deal with the devil, and is now terrorizing the towns and cities and ships and anyone he can really get his hands on to make up for that life that he lived, well, or wasted.
Was that the devil you was talking about that like took over him?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I've never met or seen that before. It was terrifying. I felt like my very soul was being ripped out of my body. Whatever you guys did,
Wasn't me.
well, keep doing it.
We have a saying.
Right.
Fuck that guy.
I like this lady.
That's
And
appropriate.
she starts handing out mugs of ale.
I
I'll
have a
take
quick.
one with my
Holds it
invisible.
out.
Yeah, I get one for Dres.
Okay,
I'll hand
you
one
take
to
one?
Dresden.
Oh, okay. And one just floats, and she's kind of like, huh?
I'm not that mean.
Is that
I'll
floating?
never be- Oh no, that's just our friend. He's invisible now because it sounds like Dick wants
He's
to
invisible?
find him.
Well,
Yeah,
Oh,
it sounds like Dick is looking for him, and I didn't want any of the people out there to recognize him and then maybe give him away. So I'm keeping him invisible.
we're gonna have a chat
Alright.
about consent later.
well. No dregs to the crystalline man, huh?
No drugs
No
to the
drugs.
crystalline
Who's
man.
the
What does
crystalline
that mean?
She
Who's
downs
the
it.
crystalline man?
Yeah.
The crystalline
Kelly's
man.
and I are like brainwaving tonight.
The patron saint of all sailors in these parts. The crystalline man has fought back against the crimson madness, the evil and the bad, all over these parts. Some say he's real, some say he's a legend. We say it doesn't matter. You know, it gives us something to look forward to, someone to look to, and someone to aspire to be like. And that's important in these parts, where you can lose your way or your head pretty quickly.
It's so fascinating. You've got this crystalline man, you've got the demons in the cloud, you've got Dick Wayland and whatever he's working for. There's a lot going on down here.
Yeah. Have you guys
Suppose
ever
you're right.
have you ever followed Dick Waylander? Like where does he go when he leaves here? Which direction?
No, we don't follow him. His army of crimson tide, tainted beasts. Well, we just try to stay clear. Probably not smart, but I don't know. You know,
No,
there's
that
only
sounds
so
smart.
many things
Sounds
we
like a
can
good way to stay alive.
control.
Yeah.
Right. If you, because you wouldn't want to get infected, because if you did, there's no way to stop it. You only know how to slow it. That's what you
Well,
said.
yes, we know of one way to slow it down, but
A flower
unfortunately,
in the volcano.
yes, the magma lotus.
Magma lotus. Pretty
Magma.
name.
You have maybe a week tops without it, and maybe a month with it.
What direction is that volcano? Can you see it from here? Is it like a nice view? Do you
Oh,
guys
yes,
look
she
out
points
your
over to the-
window and see it?
She points over to the north, and you see this that black cloud of smoke coming up that Cornelia had spotted. And it's not huge, but it's present around there. And she points. It's just on the other side of those mountains, on the big island. Now, I will be careful. All of the islands have beasts and strange things. Not to mention the oleos and their incredibly pointy sticks.
Right.
Any water
sound
beasts or flying beasts?
Well, apparently, one of our ships was attacked by a massive beast they're dubbing the Kraken, too far north. Now, I don't know if I believe the stories of the Kraken, but something tore a two-masted galleon vessel straight out of the water, and there are multiple sailors who made it back here over the year or so who confirm it. So, just be careful. Stick close to the islands and don't go too far north.
So, is there like, because we're kind of merchanty and like going after things. So, if we came back with flowers, like, is there like a market for that? Like, do you sell them, or do you
Yeah,
guys just have
there's got to be a
steady
place where
supply?
people have the Crimson Madness and they stay during that time, perhaps, like a hospital or something, and we could help
it will
them.
stave it off. Well, no. If you are infected with the
island?
Crimson Madness, unfortunately, you are expelled from the island upon pain of death.
Well, where
There
do
are
all
some who
those
try
people
to
end
treat
up?
those.
Death, he said.
Oh, well, yeah, no, you're expelled from the island. Or
Well,
killed.
they-
But if the
they go
people who
wherever
get
they
expelled
can.
then go,
We've
Oh,
taken
okay.
them to the Northern Island with
Mhm.
Skull Mountain, which is what we call the volcano.
Oh,
ah,
so you're like,
Uh,
here, go get the flower. Good luck.
Well, some have tried to get. There's a large beast, ornery sort, that lives literally in the lava, protecting the flowers.
So how do you
There
know
was
they
a
work?
man.
Oh.
Well, there was a man long ago who has passed. Well, the town is actually named after him. Eddard, an incredible sailor. Took his crew on many adventures. Most of what we know of the islands is from him. But he sailed off and never returned one day. I'm sad to say.
Maybe he found a way back.
I hope he
Do
did.
you have a nickname?
Eddard?
Yeah.
No. There's a picture of him, actually. And all washed up. Old man Norvin has a small picture of the crew. Norvin used to sail with Eddard.
How
Some
cool!
50 years ago. He was a small boy on the ship. But he could tell you.
Oh, well, we should talk to him then.
Yeah, let's
Sounds like
go
we're
see
definitely
him.
going to need to. Yeah.
What?
He's also got
whoa!
the master map we've been making from the cartographers. So if you wanted to take a look at that, he's got that as well.
Excellent. Thank you.
That sounds like a definite stop for us.
Let's go.
Now you guys wouldn't have any rare cargo. Just trying to figure out how it's going to change the town. As you know, Matsumoto came into town and things changed pretty drastically. Same with
And I
Kismet,
look over
Cosmo,
at Pup.
But it
Mimo.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, Dresden. Dresden's still invisible. How long does that spell last?
It can last for up to an hour.
Oh my
Nice.
god. Okay.
Concentration
yeah.
up to 1 hour.
So there's just this floating mug is walking around and it just freaks out everybody. And some of them, like you see some of the sailors see it happening and they drop to their knees and start to pray to the crystalline
Trust,
man
maybe,
immediately.
maybe you carry the mug for Dresden and just hand it to him when he wants a sip. It's freaking people out.
I feel like he likes this.
I mean, I'm presuming he's not saying
Full
anything
power
about it,
and
but
full
I can see the smoke.
anonymity at the same time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you also notice that like you hear the clanging of like a full plate mail walking the beach.
Might as well be bagpipes.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I drop it.
Can I? Oh.
And as Dresden appears, you see a man that was praying to the crystalline man. Oh! Oh! It's him! It's him! It's the crystalline man! Oh, it's
In the
just an
flesh.
armor. I can't tell. I can't tell. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I
And he
just
starts-
shake to make a lot of noise.
He just starts bowing to you on the beach.
See, it's good.
up.
Now they'll
up.
never betray you
Get
because
up.
they
I
think
give him
you're
the
someone
drink. I give him the,
godly.
here, drink from my chalice, young man.
Oh, yes,
Drink from
yeah.
my... There you go. Now go on your merry way. Merry way.
Merry-
Go on your
merry
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 way.
way.
Oh,
Oh, the crystalline man is the dress. Oh. I get it.
Maybe he is. Let's see
He's
this
kind of
photo. Maybe they look the same.
walks off.
Oh, the sure.
I guess I'll go on my merry way.
Okay.
Let's
You
go.
guys walk up the shelf onto the second floor where she had pointed out all washed up, and you see an old man with those incredibly long eyebrows hanging down, and this man slowly walking, and all the children has left his shop, and you just look, and this place is full of all kinds of junk, anything you can think of. It's just all up and down in here. Some weapons, some jewelry, some
It's a shop or?
stuff like, yeah, and it looks like
Oh.
this guy just sells junk that washes up on the islands. And this man, she had said his name was Norvin, is just kind of polishing all kinds of, and he has this big pile in the back of just dirty stuff, and he's slowly like polishing it with a cloth, trying to just look at anything he finds. And he's just sitting in the back of the shop.
Seems like a nice guy.
I'm smelling for magic, personally, but
So you turn on magic, your detect magic, and a number of pieces in this shop start to glow.
Ooh, get him, get him, get him. Excuse me, sir?
And he looks up with you, and he's got these piercing blue eyes that look maybe a little bit more alert than you would have expected for a man this age. Ah, yes. Hello. What can I do for you?
Well, we was actually wondering if we could look at your picture of the crystalline man.
Oh, the crystalline man. Yes.
Yeah.
And he shows you this picture of what looks like this man, and it's a crude drawing. And it's like very crude, but this man has just got like light beaming out of him, and he's got all these crystals all over his body, mostly like necklaces and stuff, and his boots are made of crystal and such. The crystalline man.
It was literal.
And you notice behind him is a small picture, much better artsmanship of a crew of sailors. And you guys were looking for just to help you out. You had asked him for a picture of Eddard. He had said he had a picture of
sorry.
Eddard, not the crystalline man. The crystalline man, the picture looks the picture looks
thought it was gonna be fun.
Glorious. You guys look at this picture and he shows you, my old crew. Eddard's crew. Yeah, long ago. I was a small boy when I first sailed here on his ship. Many adventures indeed. And you look, and there, unmistakably, is Dresden.
Yes.
Damn it.
And for a second, he kind of looks at the picture, and then looks up at you, Dresden.
Should have kept you invisible.
Now, you're still missing your hair, and you just have that little wisp of red in the front,
Right.
which looks stylistic. And, there's a little bit of hair growing out now. When we see the short, like maybe a 1/2 on the clippers there, but we see that growing, and he kind of looks at you, looks at the pictures, looks up at you. Huh. You see all types of things when you get to my age, huh? So what can I help you with?
Well, we had heard that you had a bit of a map of these islands, and we were interested in taking a look at that and maybe seeing what you had for sale.
We're new, so we're just kind of exploring and getting to know everybody. So
Very new. Yeah, just in town.
Not many new people. Well, my name is Nerva, and this is my shop where I hire those young lads to go and collect salvage they can find. All kinds of things to wash up on these parts, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we can see that.
I've got gadgets and widgets over here. I found this small pipe. It's rare to find metal, in these parts. Harder to find someone to forge it, but this pipe is pretty good quality. Only one hole on the side. Got this parchment. Parchment is rare. It's covered in ink, and I think this is feces, but, you can wash that all off in the seawater. What exactly are you looking for? And Cornelia, you kind of start sniffing around.
Yeah, I'm mostly looking for something that's maybe magic, faint magic, that's just sort of thrown in a pile that doesn't seem like they know what it is.
Okay. You look around and you find all kinds of interesting things. Lots of sheets of parchment that have scribbles in something similar to what you've seen Rezik doodling in his book, in his arcane book. You could assume some sort of magical spell incantation of sorts. You also see a small coiled whip which glows with this almost devilish hue to it. This long whip. Could Reed get any
Devilish
closer
hue?
to his camera? I don't know.
Needs a
Yes,
zoom feature.
and some of the other stuff you find. Uh-oh. Who did we lose?
Kate's
I think
computer restarted itself.
Oh, Kate's coming back
Oh.
though.
Okay. I was like, and you find a couple potions, Melissa. Some of them just have a magical glow to them. And you find a big bone club. Massive bone club with sigils kind of engraved in them, very similar to the runes you saw in Kaldar Nyx. And this bone club shines with a magic to it. Uh-oh. There's double me.
I
Why
am
are
just
there two of you?
too fucked.
Oh man. We'll just.
I am gathering things. Yeah, is there another? Oh, there's
Okay.
two.
Yeah. So you're gathering things. What do you?
My screen. Uh-oh.
Is there like a basket I could just like nonchalantly, like,
Start
Well,
gathering.
the club itself, nearly as big as Dresden's Herniax. Not quite as big, but nearly as big.
You guys, but
The
we
two
want this.
scrolls, obviously the same size as maybe a piece of paper. And the vials
You said-
of potions are about the size of a flagon of ale, a human flagon of ale.
Are there prices on things, or can I just ask how
there
much?
aren't prices on anything.
Okay, I want to ask how much, and then just like some arrows and that kind of stuff. If he has any arrows.
Arrows? Not many arrows around here. Bowstrings being pretty rare and hard to get. Oh, look at pictures of
working?
people. Pictures of
I feel
people
like
are
it's
coming back on. Oh no.
Yeah,
No.
you're
Black,
busy. Shop's
you're just
busy
a
now.
black
huh?
screen now.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's fine.
this is hard for my brain. But not many arrows. But if you want some of this stuff, those are very special things. You have a very discerning eye, young. What did you say your name was?
Lanolin.
Lanolin. Well, that sounds like a lie, but a very good one. Keeping you safe. Here, come here. Let me see that. What are you showing him?
I am going to show him the big axe thing and then the papers.
Well, it's
and you
a
said there
giant,
was
it's a great club. It's like a club,
the
like a massive club made out of some kind of bone with like runes.
I'm
and sigils
pointing
and
to it. I'm not carrying it
Yeah.
over then.
Okay. This is a piece one of my old crewmates used to use.
Oh
A
wow.
large Goliath man from Kaldar
Yeah.
Nyx. He used this. Killed a lot with it. You can still see how many things all seeped into the curves of the bone. Yeah. Monster and person alike. Didn't really matter. Smash them all.
Well,
Oh, there.
I'm a bit of a collector. I like to hang things on the wall. What about how much would this be? And then what about this whip as well?
This whip. A kind of evil aura to it, does it not? Almost as if it could, suck the life right out of you, huh?
Like a
And he
snake.
pulls it out, and it snaps. He whips it in the room and it whips out. And you
Does he whip
almost
it good?
hear
Whips out.
you hear this
Does
sound.
he whip it back and
Whip it
forth?
good.
Cracks, and then you hear this afterwards.
Is there a soul in there? Can I smell a soul in it? Do I smell
moan?
souls?
You don't smell a soul, but you feel this negative energy. Almost like something was reaching out, like tendrils looking for something to like latch onto.
Oh, what was that?
Ah. Interesting. You interested in this? A
Well,
dangerous
tell us
bunch.
what it does first.
You look at a lot of weapons. Now, I don't know what it does. I just found it on the beach. I know it's rare. Well, you wouldn't want it, though. Huh?
Well, she takes all kinds of junk.
Junk.
Hey,
Junk.
I'm
And
just saying,
you
like,
can see that, like, this whip, this club, and the things you've seen that you picked out just seem to be in way better repair than everything else. Most of the stuff seems to be long rusted or broken, damaged. But this whip seems to be in almost mint condition, as well as the club, which just has dust on it, but you could easily dust it off.
yeah,
I'll give you some of this stuff. Sure. We're talking gold pieces, though. None of this
Oh,
copper bullshit they keep bringing around here.
how much?
For which one? You're looking for a massive club to hang on your wall? Or a whip to steal the life out of you?
Well, how much for both of them?
Both of them. I'll give you each for 1,000 gold. 2,000 even, and we'll call it a day.
Is there anything else you want?
What do you got? I've been known to barter for better things.
I have my skills.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need
Clearly.
something
It's
done?
clearly not just skills of persuasion.
Oh,
All
That's
right, I'll
not
give
my
you
job in the
best
group.
price. 1,500. For the both.
nope. I'm too broke.
Oh. Figures. No one comes for a year and a half and they're all broken, poor peddlers.
Well, what are you
Fine,
gonna
how
do
much
with
you
that
got?
kind of money?
How much you got?
Yeah, she's got a point. What are you gonna do with that kind of money anyway?
I'm going to pile it up and sleep on it. What else would you do with it?
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah, that's pretty nice,
Yeah.
actually.
Mm.
Well,
What about those vials and the scrolls? What do you have on those?
yeah. Yeah, these vials. I'll give them to you 100 gold pieces each. Magical vials. Magical.
do I sense what kind of magic?
Rare
Off of them?
magic. One of the files you get kind of a warm kind of a warm sensation from, like being near a like a hot hearth. And one of the other potions looks deep red. And it almost has this faint almond smell to it.
And they're magic?
Both of them seem to have some kind of magical hue to them.
But just to be clear, you don't know what they do. You just
No, I have no idea. Do I look magical to you? Do I look like a wizard? Don't answer that.
well, that's a lot of gold to spend on things that we don't know what they're going to do. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I might be willing to
Well,
buy them for
you're young.
50 gold apiece.
You're young. Experiment with them. Find out what they do.
Yeah, it's not the age, it's the money.
Oh,
I just
you're
don't
young.
know if I
Earn
could-
more money.
Where? Here?
You make a good point.
Yeah, exactly. How about 50 gold a pop?
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna mess with this guy.
Mess with him.
11.
11.
With advantage?
Yeah. I have
Damn it,
0.
I was gonna give you inspiration.
No,
on
no,
that.
no, I need the
No.
money. Here, give you the best price. You buy these 2 things. The club and the whip for 1,500 gold, and I'll throw in these 2 potions of I don't know what. Huh?
That's an awful deal. I'm personally not down for that. I don't know about you, Cornelia, but
Well,
I mean, Lanolin.
well, we're gonna be here.
Wow.
Oh my god. You guys haggle away. You guys think about this all.
Cool.
Meanwhile,
Cool. It's Cornelia
Rezik and
Lanolin.
Steve, you guys are on the ship, hanging out. And you guys could hear that there was some kind of commotion and a booming voice, but it was maybe too far away for you guys to really tell exactly what was going on. But there is one of the other sailors was staying, just kind of sits, whittling away at a stick off to the side, and you guys are kind of on the boat, hanging out. And it's tough because every time you feel like a drip of sweat or anything or an itch, on the back of your mind is this nagging feeling that it could be the end.
Brett, so you want to play a game?
Oh,
Pass the time.
Sure. I was working on my will, but yeah, I can take a break, I guess. Yeah. What's up?
I do not think that's important right now.
Well, it's I did
no.
an addendum for
Come.
you, and I'm giving
Sit
you a
down.
really
Sit
cool
down.
brace-
Sit down.
Oh,
We're gonna play games now.
oh,
And
alright.
I give him my old dice, and then I am holding the loaded dice. We are going to play 2, 7, 12, but I am never going to lose. I'm just going to keep rolling, and winning, and winning.
Yes.
All
Of
right.
course. Just to clarify, I was there when he got this loaded dice, so I would know about it, and I would probably look out for it. So I helped him steal it.
And you say that out loud to him, to his face.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't remember the time we stole the loaded dice from a man in a casino?
No.
All right. Well, as soon
I
as
don't
you
know,
play
man.
with
I'm
non-loaded
just-
dice, I will start playing with you.
All right, fine. I'm sorry. I'm just bored, and I'm trying to pass the time, and sometimes winning things just helps me cope. I'm sorry. We're going through a lot. We all have our own coping mechanisms. I'm sorry.
It's fine. You know what feels even better? Winning fairly, right? Winning fairly, it's a real good victory. It's a good challenge for you, right?
Sure.
I can tell on your face that you agree with me. All right, let's do
Yeah,
this.
I
How do
really
we play
do.
this game of yours?
We'll just play some rounds of 2, 7, 12. You remember how to play 2, 7, 12, right?
You think you roll 2 of these things, and then you see if you get a 2, 7, or a 12.
Yeah, and we can just talk. Look, we can just talk while we play. It's just a way of passing time. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Dawn. Got 5.
Okay. You guys back at the shop. Anything?
Oh.
Have
Okay.
you reached any accord of anything? Are you interested in buying anything from this guy?
I just
No, I
want
don't
to
have
hear
that
him.
kind of money.
I would. Can we hear more about Eddard?
Eddard? Yeah, Eddard was the greatest captain. Fearless, brave, strong. Kind of ridiculously strong.
Which way did he sail when he never came back? Which way did he go?
Eddard had an interesting case of the disappearsies. You know what I mean?
No.
Quite often, our crew would find him gone, sometimes for weeks at a time, and he would just pop up again. Well, one of the times, he left. But he disappearsied for reals.
I don't blame him, though.
But no one knows, like, which direction he sailed after he never came back.
No. Oh, no.
Was that big maelstrom over there to the east, or whatever direction it's in, was it there before he disappeared, or has it always been there?
Oh, no, we came through that. We came through there.
No, the
fact-
the clouds, the black clouds on the horizon.
Oh, yeah. The Crimson Madness, it's always been here, as long as I've been here. Although it does seem to be getting bigger. Engulfing some of the islands. Closer to it. Yeah, killing
you-
everything around there.
Do you think that the more people who get infected, the bigger it gets?
It's a possibility. Some think that the crystalline man has been holding it back all this time, and he grows weaker and weaker. Some simply believe it's like the tide. It rises and falls. So someday it'll get smaller and smaller, and then bigger again. I don't know, I just collect junk I find on the beach.
Junk that you sell for way too much money, by the way. And
Well, all right. Best price, 1,000. I'll throw in both the club and the whip, and I'll give you both of these potions of great, unimaginable power.
1,000 for a club, a whip, potions of unimaginable power, and
A scroll?
the scrolls.
The
You said
scrolls.
So you throw the scrolls in? Yeah.
Those are
For
scrolls?
some good reading.
These are magic scrolls? Oh my god.
No, they're just
I
scrolls.
sold
I mean,
one
we
of these to little Timmy.
hold
about
on.
2 weeks
We
ago.
need toilet paper. We're out, and those will do just fine.
That's what we just call, like, parchment. We call them, it's rolled
Roll
up.
me
so
a
it's
deception check.
rolled.
Roll me a deception check, Trust.
Can I use performance?
You do?
No.
Or
You have to use deception.
We do.
It's just like elbow pop.
Wait,
You haven't been wiping up?
Oh my
I'm
god,
supposed
pup.
to wipe?
I'm just trying to see if I have it.
If you're lucky, no.
I just gotta scoot.
Oh,
Have you been scooting on the boat? No.
where on the boat?
I thought that was lightning damage.
Oh no!
What'd you get?
That's so unfair. Oh, I have a +6, but I rolled a 1.
Plus 6.
Trust is back and all the
Well,
way.
he rolled a 2, and he only has a +4. So, he looks at you,
He's so old.
and he looks
yay.
real hard at you, and one of those weird eyebrows starts to whip and twitch on the side.
With the madness?
No.
All right, I'll throw in your toilet paper.
Oh, thank you. You've really been needing that. I look at Pup.
1,000 gold pieces.
So
We have a
would
deal.
you take
Have a deal?
900? Or
900? No, we made 1,000. I've talked me down to 50% off, and I'm throwing in extra stuff.
Here, I will give.
Yeah, how many of us are
Yeah,
there?
I'll-
I've got a
I
couple
have a
hundred.
lot.
I've got a couple
I'll give
hundred. I can
I'll
throw
give
in.
Cornelia 200.
Yeah, I'll give
There's
two
an
as
extra
well.
surcharge for
Same.
multiple credit cards.
No.
It's gold. Cash money.
All right.
Does he have like anything
you
else,
hand
or
him-
is this like really what he had? I was.
As far
gone.
as magical stuff goes, there's stuff in the back that Cornelia can sniff out that may be worth stuff, but everything else is kind of just junk, cans, crates, figurines that have been whittled down, some old rope, things like that. He's just junk in here, really.
But like
Lots of
on the
broken
way
glass.
but on the way out, there's nothing like that's just a faint, small little hint of magic that can just be like,
You're
oh,
just the worst.
I hope you
There's
put it.
A
You eat it and you turn into a duck.
You smell something. The small pebble. And you look and you smell it, and it's got this magical aura to it. And you look at it hard, and it's no bigger than maybe a coin. And it's got almost what looks like a sunburst on it.
Are we done with the transaction?
You guys pay him 1,000 gold. He gives you the 2 potions, the 2 scrolls, and he just kind of points to the club like, I can't move this thing, so you have to take it away.
Grab it.
And
Dresden,
the
got
whip.
it.
Okay, Dresden puts it on his other shoulder, and just the weight. These 2 giant weapons walking through.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be back.
Will we?
Well,
Yeah, we might need to.
I know, we have all your gold, so I don't know if you have any reason to come back, but if you find more gold, then definitely come back here and buy some more stuff.
Maybe if we gather more information on these islands, we could sell you some information in the future as well.
Well, yeah, if you are cartographers, you can add to the map.
Of course we
You wanna
are.
buy some
Have a
jam?
good one. Jam?
Yeah.
What's jam?
Well,
What is this?
Eat it. It is delicious.
Eat it.
He takes his finger, sticks it in. Oh my gosh. Where did you find this? What is this?
Do you want to buy some?
It's a product from Cornelia Co.
We
How-
made it.
How much?
1,000 gold. I was just kidding. I'm just joking.
How much do you think it's worth?
I'll give you 5 coppers for it.
I turn
10.
to them.
Is a copper a friendship coin?
No.
It's not a big enough friendship coin.
10
buying.
friendship coin.
10 gold?
That's
Is that what
the
a
biggest
friendship
number
coin
I know.
is?
Pop. He went half for us, so we could go half for him. 5 gold.
5 friendship coins.
gold. 5 gold. I don't even want this. 5 gold for
You just made
a
1,000
thing of
gold.
Jam
What's 5 gold?
for food stuff. 5 gold pieces. That's a small
Delicious
fortune.
food stuff.
But how much could you sell it for
Yes.
after?
I wouldn't sell it. I would eat it. This thing is delicious.
Sell it in
Fine, I'll give you
little
5 gold.
jars.
Here's your 5 gold. And he stabs it on the table. And he goes
And
in
then
the back and just starts licking it. He's like, oh,
I
this
Go
just,
to the back.
I just see him doing the
Never
Bilbo
in
face when he
50
wants
years.
to ring again.
and
And a Rivendell just.
and you see him just like savoring this, having a moment really to himself. And
Aw.
he kind of walks off into the back.
That's nice.
While he's gone in the back, do we see anything else cool behind the
Oh
couch?
my god, let's not steal from this old man. Can we go? This is really
It's too
heavy.
late.
I already did.
You
Don't
roll
say
a
that out
sleight of
loud.
hand. Roll a sleight of hand.
With advantage since he's in the back.
He's distracted in the back?
Just roll a sleight of hand. Tell me what you
No.
get.
Okay. Well,
Tell me what you get.
a lot.
Show me what you got.
26.
26. Shoop. Throw it in your mouth.
In the right mouth, in the whale mouth.
Yeah. Into your bag of holding.
Oh.
And down it goes. Disappears.
Never see that again.
That's it.
Yep.
What are you waiting
I
for?
feel like I should
Come
be
on.
busted.
Yeah.
Oh, what fun stuff we
And,
got. Let's go, guys.
Yeah, can we
You guys
go?
remember. You guys, yeah.
Leaving.
And you guys
Leaving.
start heading back, around, back to your ship just to kind of touch base and figure out, what's going on and what your next steps are. And you notice most people are kind of looking at you, trying not to pay attention to you, but as you walk by, most people are like giving you the eye, just checking out the new people in town. And you guys
We're
make
not
it back.
doing a
and
very
you
good job
see-
of blending in.
Yeah.
No,
Bumblebee
we
tuna.
can't
Well-
blend in when we're the only new people in like 10
There's
years.
no way.
How are we gonna
Yeah.
blend in?
I mean, just I don't know. Good point.
and you guys make it back to the ship, and you see
I haven't
Rezek and
seen you
Steve
with
rolling dice with each other.
I'm just handing Steve gold and 49 and 50.
Pleasure doing business with you, my friend. See, don't you feel better? Don't you feel better now?
No.
I do.
No.
So,
Hey, Steve, catch. And I throw the huge bone at him.
Oh my god, he's gonna die.
Yeah. And this
It.
massive. Think of it. It's slightly bigger than a sledgehammer. Just goes flying through the air. Just goes flipping through. Steve, roll me an athletics check to try and catch, or if you want, you can roll a dexterity saving throw to try and avoid it. It's up to you.
what's going to be more comedic?
We'll see.
What if you
That
fail?
depends on the dice.
If you try and catch it and you
Lovely.
do it wrong, you might break both your arms. So
You
let's
said athletics or dex save?
break you.
Or dex save, yeah.
Okay, well that's the same either way. It's a 10
10 for. Which one did you roll?
for either.
No,
I
you
got a
have to
6.
choose to either get out of the way or try and catch the thing.
I will
You can't
try
do
and
both.
catch it.
All right. Unfortunately, the mass of this thing comes flying. Dresden, roll me a
no.
d12 and add your strength.
Oh god. I don't have that many health points
Oh,
left, by
hey,
the way.
don't worry, Steve. You don't need to worry about the Crimson Madness. Dresden will kill you.
12.
Yeah. Okay. So you take 12 points of damage and roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm unconscious.
I just dropped there and I go, oh my god. I just run up to him and start trying to fix him.
Dresden! I like a
I didn't know. I didn't know.
He hits the deck, and you notice, Dresden, when
Wake
you
up.
see him,
Wake up.
it
just
smacks
take
into
that
his
50 gold
chest,
back.
knocks the. Oh my god.
I'm gonna cast
you
Cure
notice-
Wounds on him while you're
Okay.
doing this.
You cast Cure Wounds.
11.
Oh, thank god.
11. It's only half effective as this light comes from your horns, hits him, lights up his body, and you see deep within his chest these red lines slowly building, and then that glowing light washes over him, and he receives 6 points of healing instead.
Oh no. We've got
Don't
to get
do
to that
that again.
volcano. We've got to get to that volcano.
We have to leave now. We have to get out of here.
We found
I
out that
think
there's
you're
a
right.
flower. There's a
Like
flower in a
Proxima. Consider it.
volcano, and it will stop or it will slow down the crimson.
Great.
Yes.
I'm still in intense amounts of pain right now, so let's maybe not fuck around anymore, because that was really painful.
Yeah. Catch next time.
See,
I help him up. Sorry.
useless in and out of battle.
One shot. That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
I literally just one-shotted you with a bone. I don't think you can brag.
No, he's saying
do
one
it again,
shot
please.
is all it takes to. Oh, stop arguing! We need to get the flower. I look at
It's true.
Cullen.
Let's go.
So, just to fill you in, we found out that there's a volcano which has
Mhm.
a flower inside it, which will slow down the progress of the Crimson Madness. The volcano's inhabited by some sort of probably lava creature.
Yep, assume that.
Lovely.
Yeah, yeah.
Lovely.
Mhm.
Lovely.
Yeah. So it's not going to be an easy journey.
So,
But we should
Great.
go.
so I
We
have a
should go.
question. The thing that possessed the Welllander, he was like brothers, blah blah blah. Do you think that could be? Is that the guy that we're after? That's your brother, the other Dresden?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
They
Undoubtedly.
said,
Oh,
"I
he's-
smell you," but they said that picture
I
of
think so.
Eddard looked just like Dresden. So that means Eddard turned into this thing.
Mm.
Or
Well,
Eddard
we've
is
been
the
the whole
crystalline
time.
man, if
That's what I
such
was
a person
thinking.
exists.
Oh,
So they're
maybe
both
both?
Dresden?
Yeah, maybe there's two Dresdens again.
Well, there's
maybe?
always two aspects, right?
I think we
Have
found
there,
both.
have there always been two in one spot? There was only one in Hojo.
Yeah, only one
No, there
in
was two.
Deus. There were two in Hojo, yeah.
There's
But
always
then
two.
only one with Deus, the first, the Darthwoods, right?
That's because
'cause
Deus
we know
is
of.
the other one.
Luthen and Deus. We just
But
left
Luthen
Deus.
was.
There's always two. It's a fact.
Okay.
I don't know much about Aventide. The only thing I know for a fact is there's always two of me
All right.
everywhere, and they both suck.
That's not true. The forest one last time
Yeah, the Guardian
yeah,
was
yeah.
all right.
Guardian was.
was
All right, he's
great.
kind of chill. He's kind of chill. If he is only average,
Abs
The
for
above
days.
average dress.
He was very naked.
He was very above average.
he was. He's in my head now. It's weird.
What
Can
are
we
you
go- Is
guys
he naked in
talking
your head?
about? There's a naked guy in your head. Tristan, what's going on?
Is he
Oh, yeah,
naked in my
Trust,
head?
You missed that, I think.
Trust, he
You know,
had the
Dresden-
biggest dong I've ever seen.
Oh. I
Look,
thought
can I
it
draw-
was neat.
It was like this.
Oh.
And I turned into him.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and Pup,
That's-
you just see these. You see these like obliques, every single like striation on the abs and such, and like that chest was just full. This big square pectorals
Hmm.
and the shoulders. Man, he doesn't skip shoulder
you
day.
Do you still have Pup's face, or did you get
No,
dressed?
I turned into him. So I
Damn,
have
that-
Dresden's face.
I don't need to
Yeah.
see it, Pup. I don't need to see it.
Just
You
think
don't want to
like,
look, but you
uh,
can't stop. You know?
Skarsgård
Can you, like,
as
pixelate it or
Tarzan.
I
I
walk
pull
away
up pants if I turn
from
back into pup.
all of these things that are happening.
Yeah. So,
Well, did you get anything cool in town? Or?
are we going
Oh.
while we're doing this?
Yeah, yeah. I'll shove off. Here, share with them everything that we got.
Just start parting the branches or vines.
Yeah, who do
or
we have to
whatever.
call someone? Valet?
As you do that, that man who is like whittling a piece of stick looks up at you. Oh, are you leaving?
Can we leave?
We gotta go. Yeah. We'll
Of course. Of
probably
course.
be back.
He whistles out, and you start to see those same guys up top who had parted them originally climb down these vines and start to part them. They kind of, you kind of have to push your ship out just a little bit to get out of this. It's like backing up.
Is the sun going down yet? Is it still like
The sun
daylight
is-
bright in the sky?
It's maybe like 4 o'clock equivalent.
Okay. So hopefully Dick Waylander isn't still out here somewhere watching, waiting for us. Ideally, we'd probably show off at night.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Shit.
Beep.
These guys are just hanging.
Yeah,
Answer,
just look,
guys.
we all look at you, Captain, expectantly.
False alarm! False alarm! We gotta wait. Like, when's the sun go down around here?
Yeah, a few
I
hours.
should be like never.
We gotta wait a few hours then.
Oh,
We forgot about that weird squid man after us. We
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
They all kind of look. The fuck, man.
Sorry.
And they kind of.
We're doing it for you guys.
We don't want to get used in trouble if he finds us. Sorry.
So they just put them back, and you guys are kind of in this little enclave.
Can I? We should give the scrolls to Rezik to see if he can figure out what they do.
Oh yeah.
And the potions.
And the potions.
Oh, got some scrolls and potions. That's cool.
Yeah, we told the guy that they were toilet paper. How funny is that, right?
Wait,
That's pretty good.
I don't think he believed it.
so it's not toilet paper?
No. That was it. That was a lie. But
Okay, so I don't like lying.
That's fair.
So next
Yeah.
time that we go, we have to tell people that people aren't sick or that that's hard.
Well,
Well-
Pat, think of it like this. We're doing it to keep them safe. Because if they knew they were sick, they would send them far away. And that's worse than just not telling them, right?
Aren't we taking
don't-
them far away anyways?
But we didn't know he was going to do that until now. Like none of these people would have sent our friends away without us.
I mean, haven't we
killed them.
lied like
It's a
1,000
lie.
times on this adventure so far? Like, we lie everywhere we go. So, I don't know. It's pretty normal for us to do that.
No, we
That's true,
usually
that's a
keep
good point.
secrets, but we don't lie.
Well,
Lie about
we
lying
did.
is like
lie
keeping
what we're
secrets.
Doing, lie about
Yeah.
pretty much everything.
I've never done. I don't remember doing that at least.
Oh,
I'm
you lied
just
to a whole
saying.
town one time about being Luthen. That was pretty cool.
So lying is the same thing as tricking? Because I was just trying to trick them into thinking something versus just saying something that
No,
wasn't
you
true.
you tricked them and lied to them. It was pretty good, actually. You're a good liar.
Okay, so lying is the same. Okay.
All we're saying is lying isn't
Like-
always bad. There's good lies, there's bad lies. We try to
And tricking
do it for
isn't
good.
always bad.
Yeah.
We only lied right now to keep our friends
don't worry.
safe.
Yeah.
But we'll try to keep it to a minimum in the future.
But your
Like,
your
from
feelings
opening
are
up.
valid, and let us know if you need help working through this.
We hear you. We see you. We're here for
What'd you
you.
discover, Rezek?
We've got
Oh,
plenty of
sorry.
hours for
We were
doing it.
debating lying. Let me look over these things real quick, and I'll set up a detect. Or I'll set up a detect magic ritual, and I'll kind of just look over these things
I
for the
mean,
next
yeah,
few
you
hours
look
while
at
we're waiting for
them,
darkness,
and
I guess.
yeah, it'll take some time for you to be like read through them. One of them is incredibly detailed. The other one, while it still seems like a pretty powerful spell, it's not nearly as evocative as the other one is. So you start looking through those.
Rezek.
Anyone else doing anything else?
Yeah, while Rezek does that, can we borrow some paints from you, by the way?
Always. What color do you need? Just everything, or like
Doesn't matter, whatever you have the most of.
I'll mix it up for you.
Perfect. Guys, let's paint some stripes on our sails so that our ship looks different than what they would expect to look for us in. Right? Does that make sense?
Is that a normal thing? Do people paint
It's like a ship
sails?
disguise.
I don't know anything about.
Sails with stripes. You've seen sails with stripes, right?
Like racing stripes.
No, like bars. Like 3 stripes down the sail. Is that not a thing?
I've seen
Fish
it on
am I-
tiny sailboats on a lake. I
Yeah.
don't know about ships.
Well,
We believe
it'll
you,
be a first for
Kelly.
everything.
Captain.
Anything to throw good old Dick off our trail.
He doesn't seem very smart, so it probably will work.
What if we
Yeah.
did a big crown?
But that guy, that
That'd be cool.
war guy, said he could smell Dresden.
I mean,
I know
most of
Sean.
us can smell
Jeez.
Dresden from pretty far away. That plate
True.
armor really
Gotta wash that out every once in a while, mate.
like this contains, but also
Jen
enhances,
asked
Keep
Rezek,
the humidity in.
He can presto you.
Yeah.
like a little sauna.
There's water right below us, actually, if you want to jump in it.
No, thank you.
You want to jump in the water with your armor on and just sink to the bottom? You don't feel
We'll
like
tie a
that?
rope to you.
I mean, give me another
Fine.
15 minutes and we'll see.
Anyway,
All right.
anyone who's not doing
You-
anything else, help painting the sails really quick.
Sure, I'll
start
Doesn't need to be
painting
much,
the
just a
sail.
little bit.
Everyone,
No,
who's
no,
painting
the
the
ground.
sails? I would love to see who's
I'm
painting the sails. Roll a d20. Everyone roll a d20 who's painting the sails.
Just a straight
Each of
20,
you,
not like a performance.
each of you gets a line on the sails.
Is there?
Just
Are
a
we
straight
adding
D20?
anything?
Just a straight d20.
Great.
17.
Check.
17. Dresden's
15.
line is pretty straight and well manicured. So
Right,
is
it's-
Kelwise. Trust.
18.
Hang out with Rezek.
Oh, Steve. Steve's line is even maybe just slightly straighter than Dresden's.
Despite the fact that he's like barely staying conscious.
Russ,
Okay.
are we just like messing with each other while we're painting?
I'm painting pup because I
3.
rolled a 3.
Oh!
We're just painting each
And-
other.
No, it's not meant to do.
And at one point, you just see Trust and Pup painting each other at some points and playing with paints, and then they just kind of like Pup like puts paint on herself on
Pup
themselves,
outline.
and then Pup just starts sliding down the sails to make this line. things like that, and it's unique
So the
to say the
whole
least.
sale's gonna be blue. now.
Everyone else did such a good job.
Watch this. Stab on my hand. I'm gonna throw you at the sail.
Okay. Wait, do I?
So that she can do the same thing.
Rezik, roll me an Arcana check.
Yeah, what color is it? Brown or?
Yeah. Rezik mixed a bunch of colors together, so it's probably brown.
21.
Yeah. Oh, 21. You find that there's a spell, that really complex spell while they're doing all this. You find that it can mold stone, the very essence of stone. It reaches out, calls stone to become clay. The clay then can be mutated. It's mutable and changed, and then you ask it to become stone once more. And you find it's a scroll of a spell called Stone Shape.
Ooh.
And that's all you get. The other one still working on it. The night slowly comes. And you see that sun goes down. And as the sun's going down, Julissa walks back in. They tell me you're taking off, adventuring.
That's right.
Well,
It's
I
kind of
just
what we
wanted
do.
to-
Hard to stop.
I understand. The call of the sea is a strong one.
It's true.
Well, all I can say is I hope the slipstream treats you well, and may the crystalline man watch over you. Come back
Thank
if
you.
you need
Thank
anything.
you.
My man, watch over you.
You're always welcome here at Eddard's End.
Thank you so
We plan-
much
We plan to
for
take you
your
up on it.
hospitality. You're very kind.
And she whistles, and these two disgruntled guys look down as if they're like, "You real this time? Is it really gonna happen?" But then they see it's Julissa, and they like quickly just start pulling the shrubs and stuff out of the way of your boat. Two these very strong-looking fishmen that look. One of them looks like a mix almost between like a killer whale and a man, just large, kind of like street sharks-esque. And the other guy has
Awesome.
this amphibious looks to him, like webbed fingers and such. He's larger, but he has more of a human shape, and they both start to slowly pull your boat and push it out of this cove to help it along. It's not fast. It's very, very, very slow, but slowly your boat starts to come out. And Kelwise, you're able to maneuver the boat, and then they push against the boat. And one of them pulls out its hand, and slowly a breeze starts to come from his hand. As this spell, this magic spell with wind pushes your sails, fills them, and it's not strong, but it's enough to just kind of get the momentum of your sails moving in a direction. And you
You should
slowly
learn
start
that one, Kelwise.
heading out of Eddard's End. And one of the other fishmen, the one that kind of had a minnow face, swims up crazily. "Oh, I forgot to give you this!" Lobs something, this small tube, pa-dunk, dunk, dunk, onto your deck.
Scoop
Bomb.
And
it
it
up.
starts waving.
God, that was horrible. What is it?
What is
What
that?
is it?
I'll go
I don't
look
know.
at it.
It's a tube.
It's a tube with a cap, yeah. And you pull it out, and you see it's a quickly scribbled map
Oh,
of the known
Wow.
regions
Hmm.
of the Sunfire Archipelago, which looks something like this. Let's hope it shows. Nope, that's the wrong thing.
Do it.
Change the music. Here we go. You see this map. Let me pull it up on the oh no, there it is.
Good, at least you know where the Kraken is.
I gotta put it.
Does that be the
So-
crack? Yeah. Jesus.
So, You see this map. It has Eddard's End here, Skull Mountain, that volcano they say up here, and they had said that they had seen a kraken up here. This is what they claim. Now, again, this is the uncharted area.
Stay
These
close
are the
to
unknown islands.
coast.
They've seen islands up there, and they call this the Demon Lands. But you also notice that there's this channel of islands here, and they call them the Olio Islands. Olios, you've heard of these fishmen
Pointy
with
sticks.
incredibly pointy sticks. Over here, unknown, something called the Shadow Beast, and then they call this the Merling Den. On the other side of the Olio Isles, and this is all they have written on here. The rest of it, absolutely empty. There we go. Ish.
Anyone else a little bit dismayed by how much they've done in over 50 years at mapping?
You know, little.
Well, if
Yeah.
they didn't have any proper cartographers, then probably
Yeah,
a bit
people
more
are-
difficult.
Missing and dying.
Yeah.
People go missing.
I mean, they got krakens and demons in this area, so probably pretty deadly out there.
Yeah.
Don't blame them.
Yeah, people are scared
So
to.
we'll
venture
just
out.
sail around the coast and keep as close as possible to get to that mountain. Yeah, and not get in the too open water with the kraken.
Seems
I
fair.
mean, yeah, whatever the captain thinks is prudent. But yeah.
Yeah, I think staying close to the coast is probably our best bet. Best not to venture out into open water. Let's see how it goes.
Right.
Anything anyone else wants to do? Last chance before we set off. Again,
Do we get should we get food and stuff in case we don't come?
should have probably got a bunch of rats while we were there on land. Kind of a
We
mistake.
definitely did that.
But I saw coconuts, so
We have honey.
There's coconuts,
We do.
there's honey there, and you guys saw that there was that shock fruit, spiny-looking fruit all over the coast. And this, judging from this map, it's no more than like a day's sail away.
Yeah.
So if need be,
So,
you could
if we
always sail back.
survive, be no
no let's
problem.
come back.
What were those sandwiches?
Addies?
The,
No, sorry.
Actually
Oh,
pull
they're
out a
good.
moldy Addy out of my.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Addy.
That's not good anymore, pup. That'll make you sick if you eat it. I mean,
No.
you can eat it, but you're gonna be sick.
No, Pup. Pup, no. No.
It's not a
Mm-mm,
challenge. I'm just
throw it
telling you,
overboard.
your tummy's gonna hurt.
Oh, thank goodness.
No, I think we still have some of those pastries from Hojo. Those might
Oh,
still.
nice.
Okay.
Always plenty of
That
fish in the
was what,
sea.
like 2 days ago?
There's actually fish in the sky here too.
That's also true.
That
It
one's-
was a little more than 2 days ago.
Plenty of fish in the sky.
Like 3 days ago?
It was at least 11 days ago because we did several days of
that's
sailing. after
right.
that.
I forgot that we did this several days of sailing. Right.
Yeah.
You know what? That's fine. The Addy was like super moldy. It was like we went through like super hot conditions and super cold conditions and super hot conditions. I think it would have been, yeah. No, nope.
I wasn't talking about the Addy. I was talking about the.
No, I would prefer you eat that because that would give you way less terrible thoughts than what you just threw overboard. So I'll consider that. Eat that. That's fine. I'll be able to
Right,
sleep.
so we're going? Or
You guys
We're going.
sail around out of this bay, up north, and very quickly as you sail around this island, the stronghold up, built on the rocks, the pillar of this island slowly goes out of view, and quickly, Eddard's End is off of your vision, or your is off. It's gone. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
It's off.
You can't see it anymore. You've sailed around an island. I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. You guys start to sail up north to that big, much bigger island Two massive hills stand on the south end, and as you start to come around the point of this island, far in the distance you see small reds and black clouds over what looks like a mountain with a small lava flow streaming down the side of the mountain, about a day's ship ride north. And that is where we're going to pick up next week.
Oh man.
Straight
Guys,
toward
what
the
if we-
madness.
What if we give the beast in the lava the sickness?
Oh,
Or he
God.
already has it.
I don't know.
Interesting idea.
How do I turn
He
this
just
off?
explodes eventually.
Yeah, just Rezek, run up and cough on it.
Can I get some blood, Rezek?
You'd make I still have some jars. Like I have like probably so many empty jars from the jam and the honey.
Yeah. We just start bleeding Steve and Rezek into the jars, and then we throw the
Exactly.
jars at
Like
people.
grenades.
Yeah.
Rezek's been
All
in
right.
before. He can
Also,
handle it.
unrelated, just
Put your
so we
blades
remember,
away.
I have a jar of that spire blood that we never did anything with. I was looking
Oh
in my
yeah,
inventory.
the like yeah, that's right.
I have that.
Oh dang.
Maybe you should give that to the archivist and see if he knows what it is.
Yeah. Or I could give it to the archivist.
Mhm. Maybe.
I like the archivist better.
I did too, actually.
The archivist.
The archivist.
Thank you, everyone, for hanging out and watching our episode. We'll be back
We're
on
still live.
Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific with a rerun of today if you want to come hang out and rewatch, or if you missed a bit. We'll be back on Friday with more of our DM office hours. And then if you want to see what happens next in the Chronicles and Aventide, we'll be back next Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific. I think that's everything. So, have a wonderful week. Enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And we will see you next time on Chronicles of Aventide. This is MinusOneCharisma. Good night, everybody.
Adios.